Okay, we should be live again. Yes, indeed we are. Good. Here's the thing. Streamlabs crashed. Again. That's a bit of a problem. I talked with Commandelicious on this, actually. And he says that it does have this problem if you tend to change settings while streaming, right? He says that this can occur, and indeed does. And apparently, for him, it crashed so much that he couldn't stream at all and just gave up on the entire thing. I don't know. I don't know. It's driving me towards doing just that. I'd like some confirmation. Is it doing okay now? Can we all sort of move on from here? So I'm not gonna touch it, because this is pretty much the way I want to have it set up. I don't see chat. I do see chat now. This is okay. Good. Here we go. I need to grab something to look at chat though, something like this. Here we go. Look at that. Now, for some reason, the fucking thing crashed again. I'll look into getting an overlay over OBS next time, because OBS doesn't crash. Streamlabs OBS crashes. OBS doesn't crash. Is that the same thing? No. No, actually it is not. Streamlabs OBS and OBS is not the same thing. Is it run by the same company? I think so, but I don't think it's the same, like, development studio of that. Like, I think it's owned by the same company, but I don't think the same people code it and support it and stuff like that. Could be. I genuinely don't know, but it doesn't seem like it. But at any rate, look, this looks fine to me right now. Just don't mess with anything. Don't touch the program. Don't look at the program. Just pretend that the program doesn't exist, and move on with your life. Does that sound okay to everyone else involved? It should be okay. It's just gonna go here and. Ooh, I need to look at the. I need to open up the, oh, what's it called? I need to open up the dashboard, the live dashboard. Yes, here we go. Now, does YouTube allow me to look at chat through the live dashboard? Indeed it does. Lovely. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. We're off to the races. Lovely. We're off to the races. Okay. And this should be yes, it is. Okay, lovely. Look at that. Lo and behold, it was about 10 minutes to set up the stream this time, which is it beats the living snot out of the 40 to 50 minutes I had to set up stuff up until now. But the fact that it crashes does not help. I'll try and look at a few solutions up for that up. It's probably gonna have to be like set priority for the thing higher, but I did set it higher already, like above anything else on the computer. It should be, I don't know. I'll look stuff up. I'll probably contact support again, because it is a free program, don't get me wrong. It's a good free program, but you can't have it crash all the time. That's not, no, it's not good. It's not good is what that is. Okay, that's the virus. I don't want the virus, as you might as well expect. Nobody wants the virus. It's a horrible, horrible thing to have. No damage on the second floor yet. It's a sign of good things to come. Sign of good things to come. So, try and do that, and yeah, there we go. Lovely. Just making sure I can keep an eye on chat while I do this. Yeah, Hangman's better than Strength because I have three hearts. I'd prefer to have that. Ooh, Another Spirit Heart. Game's being stupidly generous. The previous run I ran, there were no red hearts or spirit hearts for like 3 floors at the same time. And the crawl space. What is going on? Apparently, if you stream this game, you get very good luck. That's a terrible trinket, though. I don't like it. I don't want it. Mind you, the ace isn't... The ace of spades isn't a particularly... The ace of spades! The ace of spades! Mind you, the ace of spades isn't a particularly wonderful trinket either. Should be right there. Pills! Okay. Walking on sunshine. Found pills. Lockdown. Okay, there we go. Game's starting to screw with you again. Lovely. Item... Ooh, no. No, because item's the virus. I can reroll it into something useful. Picking it up would not be a detriment to the run, whereas a reroll for the deal with the devil room is a hell of a lot more important. I need to use this. I panicked, I'm sorry. I panicked. Is there a reason to panic? No, but I feel like it's an ill omen to take damage against an easy boss, which this thing definitely is, so... You know what, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen and move on with our lives, like so. HP up's pretty good. What do we have here? Grab this, reroll this, and I'm afraid we're just gonna have to leave. We picked up an ability to fly, which is pretty good. Pretty good seeing a stock image on paused menu for 3 minutes. Well, look. Potentially. But... What the hell is... Are you... Streamlabs fucking broken, isn't it? This shit is straight up broken, I just noticed. Thank you. I didn't realize that, hold on. Yeah, this is, what it's streaming, and what it's showing me that it's streaming are 2 different things entirely. Let's try and do that, and then do that, and then do that. Okay. Let's see if this is... doing what it's supposed to now. There's a couple of seconds of delay on stream. There's like 15 seconds of delay that I have to suffer through in order to get this to go. No? Still the same shite? Apparently, yes. Apparently it is still the exact same shite. Okay, tell you what, we're going to do live display capture like so. Does that work? Let's check. Because it's... I have a preview thing from Streamlabs, and it's showing like the proper thing. It's showing the game running okay, it's showing chat and everything. I look over to YouTube, the way it's actually going up, and I realize it's just the still image being displayed. So let's try like this. And again, I'm sorry for the delay, but it just exists. And now it's a black screen, isn't it? No? Now we're okay now. Wonder if chat works with this overlay. That should. Who knows? Who knows? Look, doesn't matter. We'll pick up the HP. We'll get rolling. Up the bitrate, if you can notice, which does seem noticeable to me on this end. Does it really matter with this game? Well, look. Everything matters. It actually works now. Yeah, it's... Look, I've mentioned at the beginning, I've talked to Streamlabs OBS support, and we're working on a way to resolve this issue, and apparently it's not that uncommon. that window capture doesn't work the way it's supposed to. But you know what doesn't work the way it's supposed to now? Never mind, it does. I could bet you any money that chat wouldn't work the way it's supposed to. The thing that I have boxed out with the thing. Turns out it does. So there you go. Are these two the same? No, they're not. Okay, try it. Pretty good. Pretty good. Why is he crying? That's like a deep psychological moment / comment thing that when you get the puberty pill, Isaac starts crying, but the puberty pill's actually good. That's like a deep psychological moment that growing up is both good and bad, and yeah, but the puberty pill is actually good. I think you get three of them, and you get a damage up, I think, or something like that. At any rate, this was going somewhere. I had an entire bit set up, and then stream started falling apart. Is the thing? I think it'll work if I set everything up now and sort of like in one go before I start streaming, and then just hit the live key and go from there. I think it'll work with like window capture and everything. I think that works. But I think everything else, like any sort of type of meddling with where you're streaming from, the source or anything else, I think that will that'll inevitably cause issues. But yeah, whatever. Not that it matters for this game in particular. Not that it matters for most games, because I'll just play like this and look at chat through the phone. It's doesn't make much of a difference. But I prefer if I could use window capture. It's easier. You can alt tab, you can run ads easier, and you can do all sorts of stuff like that. You can it's just easier. But anyway, it's inside baseball stuff that took up like 10 minutes of the stream, which realistically shouldn't. At any rate, we're doing the rerun achievement. I'll probably reaffirm this a couple of times during the stream for the live audience. We're doing the rerun achievement, which basically means beat the game 3 times in a row with the same run or with the same items. It's like New Game Plus, right? Or beat the game with New Game Plus 3 times in a row, and should take up like, I don't know, 2 hours maybe, 2 hours and a half, something like that. We beat the game once, and I'll try and speed through the other 3 runs. Actually, need to beat it 3 times and start the 4th run. So I have a paper literally glued to the screen or duct tape next to the monitor that says "Start the 4th run," because I will forget. I will end the I'll exit out of the game when I beat the game the 3rd time because I'm an idiot. And you actually need to start the 4th one. You need to win it. You just need to start it and like clear clear 1 room with the 4th run, and that's about it. But there is a challenge to it. It's one of the easier achievements to get, which is kind of why I want to do it live. Because well, yeah, it's so good. And it gets rid of all my HP, but all my red hearts at least. Look at that damage. Up. Didn't actually notice the arm. But look at that. That's 5.86 damage. Polydactyl is okay, I guess. I could have used the chariot and tried to use that blood bank up. Actually, probably the wiser choice out of all the options there. Let's reroll this. Pills. Pills terrible. What makes you larger? Alright. Like I said, pills are terrible. Never use them, kids, but I don't think I'll ever not use pills. Even though the consensus generally for Isaac is don't use pills. Like, they're just not worth it. The only good... There's like 2 or 3 good pills, and the vast majority of them are either neutral or chaotic neutral, eh? Either neutral or just very bad. And there is a pill that can literally kill you. Well, no. If it is put in a position to kill you, it'll actually heal you, but it's just no. There's very limited situations which these pills are worthwhile taking, even though do the easy stuff as you know, to not look shite. Well, look, I mean, I get it, first of all, haha, but here's the thing. I have Platinum God. a very small percentage of the people who have bought this game and played it for any substantial period of time have Platinum God. Does that make me good at the game? Not necessarily. Does it make me bad at the game? Does it mean that I'm bad? Probably not. It probably means that I'm above average, because not a lot of people have Platinum God. Right? And that's a matter of fact. Second of all, this is just a regular run at this point. And the fact that it's a challenge run, or the fact that we're hunting for an achievement, has nothing to do with anything yet. That only becomes a factor when I beat the game once. And for now, I mean, look at this. I have max HP, I have a Rerun, I have 5.86 damage, which is enough to beat the game with. Though we'll complain about damage I'll start to complain about damage very soon. I'll Yera these. It's a too good to use syndrome, right? If one of these pills is good, it's worth Yera. It was worth it. It was worth to use the Yera rune. If none of these pills is good, then well, you're intelligent people, I'll let you guess. But it should be... I think one of them should be relatively okay. Feels like I'm walking on the sunshine, it's not bad. What is this? Lemon party. What's this? I found pills. Yep, that's a wasted Yera rune. That feels pretty wasted. That feels... Would it kill you to give me an item in one of these 3 chests? Because that would be... swell. Now, just give me an item in one of them and... Did taking 3.5 pills do anything? No, quite literally nothing, okay. I'll take... Feels like I'm walking on sunshine because it's invincibility. And I can use that invincibility somewhere, but... This bit was going somewhere, yes. Like, Platinum God, beat the game with every character unlocked, the vast majority of items. All things considered, I wouldn't call myself shite. Not sure what that Platinum God achievement is. So between me and you, I'm not sure what it is either. So I'm not entirely sure how you get Platinum God. I'm pretty sure you need to beat the game with every character. And on I think it's reach all the endings, right? That's Platinum God? Yeah, I think it's like you need to reach all the endings in the game and you get Platinum God. Now, there's also Real Platinum God. Real Platinum God is... You need to essentially unlock everything, beat all the bosses, do all the challenge runs, like, literally do everything that the game has to offer. Oh, we just won. We've just won. We picked up Magic Mush. We are the size of... Like... I'm trying to compare... we are the size of Monstro, pretty much, at this point. More or less. But that doesn't change the fact that we now have 9.33 damage, and we've just won the first run. What percentage of people have it? I don't know, but it's... I think it... Last time I checked, and there is a website that keeps track of this, kind of like the Steam charts thing. Except for Binding of Isaac achievements. I think it was like less than 10%. Of people who bought the game and played it have this, which, you know, not many people reach 2 endings of the people that played it, but other people that spend significant amounts of time in this game. There's actually not that many. What does this do? It's like, yeah, metal plate. It's I remember correctly, this provides some form of protection against shots. So yeah, I don't know the exact percentage, but not many. Not many. I think it was, like I said, I think it was 10 out of the people that bought it, out of the people that played it for like more than, I don't know, 50 hours. Not sure, but yeah. I'm decent. I'm decent. Look, one thing I haven't been able to do, and there I'll sort of concede to you that I'm a bit shite in that regard, I haven't been able to put up, like, a very impressive streak. A streak is like, Ooh, how doth one explain this? It's like how many times you beat the game in a row without losing, without dying. And that's basically a streak. And there are people that have put out triple-digit streaks. I think my highest was like in the realm of 15 to 20 runs. That's pretty good. Which is not terrible, but it's not particularly good either. See, here's the thing, it's more about consistently solid plays, consistently good dodging than, it's more about consistency than anything else. And focus, which I don't really tend to have in this game for a long period of time. Like, I tend to... The game's trying to screw me over, I tend to sort of let it and tilt, as it were, if it starts messing with me. If it starts really strong and really good, I tend to just go with that, you know? It's a bit of a more of a focus thing than anything else, but... Yeah, like, that, in that regard, I haven't done all too well. It's being stupidly kind. It just gave me 9 lives. And that is stupidly kind. And an HP up. Which I'm half tempted to reroll, and I probably will. There's a cheap battery. Look, I'm a generous person, and I think it is time to donate money to future juggernauts that might be slightly less fortunate than I am. Less than 10% so just so happens that you suck. On the other hand, I have an achievement that only 0.30% of players in that game. What achievement is that? First of all, I wasn't aware you owned this game, but okay. I came here to re-roll that HP up, didn't I? See, you confused me. You confused me while I was being generous and donating my hard-earned money to those less fortunate juggernauts out there that might appear in the future. Can I just say, if you couldn't tell, that's, I think, my favourite thing that I've heard about this game ever, and it came from Northern Lions, so full credit to him. He went in one of the runs, he went like, look, I'm donating money to future, less fortunate Northern Lions out there. And that was, like, I love that so much. That was my favourite quote for this entire game. So we picked up Ludovico technique. How do I feel about this? Well, it makes the run a bit easier, but it also makes it a little bit more frustrating to have to chase enemies with this giant tier rather than... Well, that came from the wrong way. That came from another game, not Binding of Isaac. Which achievement in which game? I am curious now. I genuinely am. Okay, blow this thing up. We have the bombs. Like, in retrospect, I shouldn't have picked up Ludovico, I don't think. Or, do you know what? Lookups. 2 lookups. That's pretty good. I don't know. Like, Ludovico can be really, really good, but later. That's a very good item. Like, Ludovico can be really, really good in certain situations. Especially with, like, brimstone and stuff like that. Oh, that is a beauty diplopia. No, thank you. No, thank you. Did I just misread that? No, I didn't. It's from another game, not the Binding of Isaac. Okay. Look. We now need brimstone, that's the thing. Because if we get brimstone, we're gonna do this, and it's not really gonna be a challenge run anymore, is it? But if we don't get brimstone, it'll be a little bit frustrating. It's the room clearing that's... it's like, exactly, it's rooms like these that are gonna be a little bit of a challenge. Says as he clears it perfectly, right? No, it's the thing. I'd prefer to clear this room while shooting tiers rather than chasing people around with a giant ball that alternates colours, which... Yes, that is exactly what I call my testicles. And I wonder why these videos get demonetized before I even start recording them. Or start streaming them live. That might try streaming to Doom, which is not exactly the most family-friendly content, so to that extent, I sort of understand. Well, the game is Dirty Bomb, and the achievement is about playing with a guy named Phantom. I've played Dirty Bomb. Don't know how many hours I have in that. I'll have to check and get back to you later. But played Dirty Bomb for a decent bit. So I have a thing for occasional thing. I have like a seasonal thing for shooters. And Dirty Bomb was really good for a time. Ooh, Diplopia again. Diplopia doubles everything in the room, right? So it's effectively a Rerun, but it doubles items as well. So you can pick up 2 of the same kind of item. Which is very good if there's a good item. If there isn't, well, you know, you're intelligent people, like I said. Hazard a guess. Pretty fly, really nice. No idea what this is. Oh, there's Bad Trip, okay. We're waiting for you. The literal worst pill in the game. I'm trying to remember who Phantom was from Dirty Bomb. Was it? It wasn't the sniper, was it? It was the guy that could turn invisible. Oh no shit! He's called the Phantom. Look, did he have a sniper though? Because if he had a sniper, I think I played with him. No idea if I got the achievement. Probably not, but Sack Dagger. Ooh, is good. Well, it's not 3 hearts good. A battery, though. Ah. Not worth my health. Not worth my health, not worth the risk. Is there anything else we can pick up on this floor? I don't think so. We can pick up a battery. Do I want to be... Ah, screw it. See, this is the sort of sacrifice that I make. If I wasn't streaming, I would have gone back and picked up the battery. Because I may be able to use it in this floor, but... Nobody came here to watch me backtrack for like 9 rooms and then come back here again. This is terrible now. Puberty. Is that the second puberty pill or the third one? Pretty sure it's the second one. Yeah, damage up. Next time we find one. Don't know if it comes at a cost for anything, like rate of fire or something like that. It could. But I don't think it does. That could be like very minor. On the other hand, health up. Pretty good. I'd like to get rid of this fly, if at all possible. Tell you what, though. Not being able to see my health. Not good. Not, I think I can pick this up. No? Okay. Not sure. Phantom was the guy that could go invisible. Yes and no. No sniper him. In that case, I didn't play him. Pretty sure I didn't play him. I played the medic. I don't know, there's several medics. I played the medic with the AK. It's not the only gun he has. He has access to several. But he was the medic with... He was the black guy with, like, a... baseball hat and I said baseball hat, not baseball bat. And he tears down, of course. He could revive people and he could drop like medpacks on the ground. That was really fun to play. And paradoxically enough, as reviving people was cool, playing the support hero was really good, his gun was fucking phenomenal. Like, for a medic, his gun was beast. Or again, not one gun, it had a selection that you could choose from depending on what cards you have unlocked, but Like, no, don't do that. Okay. But yeah, the selection of guns, like some M4s, a couple of AKs. I think I had a Mars for him as well. Like his guns were absolutely awesome. He had better guns than I think any other class I played. And I played a sniper, of course, because I like sniping. Sniper was okay. I don't think I ever got a sniper that can one-hit kill people. So, never put that much time into a sniper. And again, I know there were several. I think I played 2 of them. But it was, like, 2 years ago, probably. So, memory of this is rather vague. At any rate, I did enjoy the card system. It was a good system. You know, you trade stuff up. It was pretty good. Buying stuff was a little bit bullshit though, due to the percentages. Like the percentages were a little bit shite, but all things considered, not bad. So I just picked up 2 spirit hearts. That makes me ever so slightly worried about my HP situation. Slightly, but worried nonetheless. This reduces damage, increases tiers. It's not worth it. However, if I can re-roll it and make it even less worth it, then that's how you do it. That's how you play this game. You re-roll bad items for worse. Mr. Sawbones, you must have played. Yes, that is exactly what his name was. Sawbones. Damn good character, that. Damn good. I remember picking up a heavy with like a machine gun and dreading every second of it because the machine gun was so terrible. Later they buffed it, and then they buffed it again, and then they buffed it again, and this is good, and it was still shite. So it should speak volumes about how balanced that class was that I put some time into, but I remember dreading every second of it. What hurt the most was getting killed by pistols. Like, I have a machine gun, but it doesn't do enough damage to kill a guy with a pistol. Well, maybe your aim wasn't. Well, look, it's a machine gun. You don't exactly aim with those things. Unless you're in, you know, an actual army. Well, hell, even then, it depends on the doctrine, right? Some people aim with them, some people sort of spray. Case in point, Wehrmacht. And they weren't big on aiming. Did I just re-roll in the room that I shouldn't have? No, I picked up the mushroom over there. Battery, please. Bad, though. Really bad. It upped my range, I think? Or is that a result of something else? Because if it did upgrade my range, I'm not against it. Does it matter you have infinite range? Well, look. Yes and no. The further I am away from the tier, the more difficult it is to move it. So, if it upgrades my range, it's easier to move it at a distance. So, in actual fact, it does matter. Anyway, 32 minutes into the run, why am I so slow? Probably because it took like 15 minutes to set everything up, and this is the same run. It's... Oh wait, 25 keys, doesn't matter. Was a bit of a waste though. Probably because I took way too long to set everything up. This won't be a particularly easy fight though, considering that, and considering that I need to move around to kill this and keep damage on the main boss. The alternative is to not... Lovely. The alternative is to... That's a black heart? And I picked up 2 spirit hearts a minute ago. That's another black heart. I'm worried about my HP. Like, I genuinely am. We're going up. And next run we'll go down. It's, you know... How we do. You don't aim with machine guns. Let me just blind fire this gun around the room. Jaylot says that's what you do. I was right to be worried. I'm missing 4 hearts. What the heck? How the hell did they go? Where did they go? Okay, let's focus a little bit. Try not to take any more damage, because losing this run would be a little bit dumb, because I would have lost it due to your own incompetency. No, I'll find an excuse. I promise you, I will find an excuse. Like, some type of excuse I will find. Not sure what, but I will find some type of excuse. I am my own worst enemy. Heart, please. No? Okay. And here's the excuse, it's Ludovico technique. As demonstrated. Balls of steel, no? Oh, come on. Health. You technically gave me health, okay? I never specified what type of health. You technically did provide, so you know what? I'm not going to complain. Loads of batteries. See, in a situation like this, I would like something that can generate HP. Like a Book of Revelations, blank cards, something. Machine guns, though, yeah, Wehrmacht. That was their doctrine. Don't aim with machine guns, just spray the general area. Use it for suppression. British had the Bren, they aimed with it. Yeah, and this is going to sound stupid, but this is 100% historically and in every other way mechanically accurate. The MG34 and the MG42 sound like brrrp, and the Bren sounds like bap 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 bap. So you aim with the slower shooting one, and the other one you just spray over the general area. And I apologize in advance for producing those sounds. It's true though. It's they didn't aim with those things. Of course, you aim in the general area of what you're going to try and hit. You don't exactly blind fire, but you don't aim for specific people to hit. Whereas with the Bren, you aim for specific people to hit. And considering how few people can actually shoot to kill in the army, even nowadays, especially back then and in the eras prior, it's a very interesting sort of methodology. Because we know that quite literally 90 to 95% of our soldiers are not capable of shooting at another human being consciously and willingly, and, you know, make any concerted effort into that. So we'll go ahead and... Ooh, thank you! Uh-oh. There's... Oh, okay, that's good. We got Dark Bomb, it's okay. I'll... Look, I'll backtrack now. Something off topic for you to talk about, I think I know. I'm gonna watch the... I think I know what... I was gonna say I think I know what the question was gonna be. I'm not gonna say I called it because I didn't say anything, but yeah, I knew that was gonna be the question. No. No, I'm not, because I don't care. I think they're idiots, and I have no amount of respect for either of them. I used to. Sure as hell used to for a time. I was like, you know what? Whatever, you know what? If you think that's okay, and you think that that's an okay way to make money and to make yourselves famous and to cling on to your fame and yeah, okay, fine, do whatever you want. But like, I have no respect for them, and I will not watch because I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, do not care. I will inevitably see it because someone will post it somewhere, and I'll scroll through it and inevitably see it. That's I guarantee you this. Thank you, Dark Bum. You're on my only friend since the fall of communism. Well, yeah, you're my only comrade. Sorry, you're my only comrade since the fall of communism. A bit of an inside joke. At any rate, yes, it's like I have no interest in that, and it's just no, don't stop, get some help. HP that's okay. I have 2 1 makes you larger pills. I will use them if you pay me money. It's like, you will need to pay me money, and this is not to anyone, this is to the game, right? This is not to anyone watching VOD or live. You will have to literally pay me money to hurt myself like this. I am not... I can see forever. I can see forever is real good. I'm not that masochistic just yet. Ooh. That can drop items? Ooh, you broke a mirror, that's bad luck, isn't it? That, I'm suggesting that, and I was writing to people, as like, breaking that mirror currently gives you no negative whatsoever. There should be a negative for that. There should be a negative for breaking that mirror, like, lockdown. You know, fair enough, you get pills, you get items, you get whatever, but give us lockdown too. I think that would be a really nice touch. Unfortunately, the development of this game has all but ceased, so... not that it matters anymore. Okay, I thought all 3 of them would be caught by that. But yeah, we're Guppy, like, on the first run, which, I know I don't have the game, it's fairly basic, right? Guppy is basically, every time you attack someone and do damage, a friendly blue fly is created, and that fly then attacks the enemy. So, yeah, the flies are, like, and the flies do 1.5% of your damage. 1.5 times your damage, which is really good. 9 lives? Again? I'm gonna give you a better question. Socialism versus communism, isn't it the same thing? Just one's like ever so slightly pretending to be more civil. It's all the same shite. Here's the thing, we have free healthcare in my country, which is like one of the biggest, you sure you can go on, I should go on this tangent. We have free healthcare, which is like everyone's now advocating for, it's like everyone, it's a right, you know, free healthcare is a right. Thing is, it's not though, and most importantly, it doesn't fucking work. Because first of all, there's no such thing as a free thing, you paid for it one way or another, you just may not be aware of it. This is like... What do you mean there's a tax you pay for healthcare? Like, yep, there's a tax you actually pay for healthcare. It's just, occasionally, in some countries, they hide it under general tax and just increase taxes. In other cases, it's literally, like, specified how much it is. Do you mean to tell me you pay, like, 5% of your income for 20 years in order to be able to go to the doctor once? Yep, exactly. At any rate, so it's not free healthcare. It's actually, in the long run, more expensive than private healthcare. On the other hand, it just doesn't work. Because I had a somewhat serious ailment, and it just... I received no healthcare to speak of whatsoever. I was scheduled a appointment with the doctor 3 months from the time in which I stepped into her office. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, 3 months from now, I will be deceased. Right, well, no, that's the earliest we can see you. Like 3 months from now. Okay. I'll go spend money then, because I'd rather not be deceased. Thank you. Goodbye. I don't think it's good if you have like a cough. You know, that's really good because I tend to have like allergies and cough. I actually didn't have an allergy in like years, but you know, like a flu and a cough and stuff like that occasionally. throat hurts, and you know you go and pick something up, and then yeah, that's cool. That's okay. It's like a simple procedure. You go in, they give you something. You're like, all right, see ya. Well, that's pretty good. I won't lie. I've used the benefits of that, even though I will still argue that it's more expensive in the long run. But no, like no. It's not the first time. Several times, I needed this so-called free healthcare, and it ended up just not working. And I had to pay money anyway, and it just made things worse. So no, like anything that stinks of socialism or communism just doesn't work. I don't want any part of it. No! No! I did not mean to pick that up. First of all, I meant to re-roll it, and if not, then just leave the room, because that item's terrible. No! That is bad. That spider's lovely. That is, like, really bad. Crap. Okay, well, we can make it work. We just have to not get hit ever again. What's it do, Juggernaut? It floods the rooms with bombs every time you get hit. So realistically, it just fucks you. Okay. Little hush thing, by the way. Congrats. Like, you're doing good work. I'd rather not be diseased, go to the, deceased, actually, but yeah. Well, it's true, innit? I would rather not, if I could help it. I should have dropped the monkey paw hand thing. Shouldn't I? Yeah. Why haven't you still dropped it? Well, that's because I'm an idiot. Drop it. I'll take the pill. I'll take the other pill, because you never know. I might suddenly get suicidal and wish to hurt myself. Oh, actually, I'll probably use it in the long run, eventually. I think I'll use it at the start of the next run, because that would be, like, rather nice, I think, to provide somewhat of a challenge for the early floors and whatnot. Full health, though, 19 lives. We are living the high life at this point. Blue Baby Fight should go relatively easy, too. So all we need to do is this 3 times in a row. Agreed. I'd like to reroll that, please. What's in the box? I don't know. You tell me what's in the box. Is it a okay, let's not go there and keep it family friendly. No. Protect me. Good. Good. But I did have a bit. I did have a bit that I forgot I had, and now I remembered. It was like, it's kind of not the reason I wanted to stream. The reason I wanted to stream was like so I can do this on stream and then like banter about stuff in general. But I did have a bit, and the bit starts like this. Communism will work this time. I'm sure it will. So here's the thing. I went out with a good friend of mine last evening, also known as yesterday for you mortals. But last night, yes, well, it was like evening, every night. It was around 9 PM, which depends, you know, your definition and your time schedule and whatnot. But point being, we went out for a few drinks, and we talked about something that I deem worthy and relevant enough to mention here. And I sort of talked about this as well in the previous stream. I sort of started this line of conversation, but never really went. I never really finished it, nor really focused much on it. So I suppose it's for like a good 5 seconds, I lost my tear there, and I just have no idea where it was. And that was weird. How does this work with Ludovico technique? Does it? Because if it works the way I think it works, this could potentially be, like, really, really good. We have 5 luck, so it should. No, it doesn't work at all. Okay. So what's the bit, Juggernaut? What the hell is this? Okay, we've turned into the monster from the Butterfly Effect. It's an old horror movie, if you remember it. Oh, God! No. Oh, no. I've ruined it. I've killed the run. What's happening? I've lost control of my tier. Holy shit. Okay, let's finish the chest, and we'll talk about this bit. The thing is, we were talking about, like, over-emotionalism, if that makes sense. And the fact that nowadays it's... Don't get hit by your own stuff. Okay. Nowadays, it's like... I don't want to use the word trendy or anything, but it's like normal and almost expected of you to overreact to absolutely everything. Isn't it? And I need to cover all my bases here. This goes way beyond politics. Right, this goes way beyond the left or the right. This goes way beyond any particular nation or any particular state or any particular party or anything. This goes on like a civilization level, right? And it rings true for pretty much everyone, myself included, I think, as well. We're all in this shite. And it's really fascinating to think about, and he's like, yeah, absolutely. And we just sort of, we glossed over it a little bit, but I don't think, like, anyone really notices this enough and talks about this. I just sure as hell haven't noticed anyone talking about it. That's the fact that we overreact to absolutely everything nowadays, don't we? It's like, movies doing bad, or movies doing really good. Oh, you know, check your X privilege, or the movie supports this, or do you know that their director tweeted this in 2001, and you should be crucified and fired, and rah! I like pineapple on pizza. How dare you like pineapple on pizza? You should be crucified and put to the torch and burnt on a stake and rah. These people, by the way, don't exist. The people that yell like this, they do not exist. No, they simply do not exist. Just let me be clear on this, okay? But I'm characterizing a little bit, but you get the point, right? It's become expected, normal, and encouraged to absolutely emotionally overreact to anything and everything. And even when having, like, a difference of opinion or anything, especially then, when arguing with someone or something, you know, it's become normal, and I don't know. That's odd. It's odd. I don't know when it exactly happened. It's like in the last few years, innit? And my friend said, it's university, isn't it? Because they've sort of been pushing this, and they're sort of they've been teaching people this, and then sort of that's the root of it all. And it goes beyond universities and sort of a because then it would be a generational problem, wouldn't it? So it's like a couple of generations that were taught this at school and university, but it goes beyond that. It's like, it's weird. Because now you're super offended about anything and everything, aren't you? And again, this goes this goes completely beyond politics. It goes to both the left and the right. It goes everywhere. It goes, like I said, civilization-wide. And it wasn't like this. I mean, I genuinely don't think it was like this. You know, you try and remember back to, like, pre-2010. Where is my game? Where's my victory lap option? Game? You're not supposed to give me a victory lap option. Okay, let's do it like this. I'll be right back. I can see you think James Gunn should be fired as well. Good man. You can see he's clearly a pedophile. Actually, I haven't, what's the word? I haven't kept track of that. So I have no idea what was happening with James Gunn or anything along those lines. I genuinely have no idea. I heard that there was some controversy somewhere at some point about something. I genuinely don't know, though. How would you get a victory lap in this game? Because apparently it didn't let me the option to. You have to kill the lamb in the dark room. Shit. So we mucked up. Essentially, I mucked up. Didn't I? That's basically what happened. Well, it doesn't matter, because this is going to be a start of a streak then, if we can't have anything nice like that. This is going to be a start of a streak. Let me put this here, and you know what, we'll go on a break, because that was like an hour-long run, so we'll go on a break for like a couple of minutes, and I'll do like, I'll try and get the achievement then. But you can fill me in on the entire James Gunn thing, if you feel like it when I come back. Because I genuinely don't know anything about that. I've saw some tweets about that, but I don't really care. Here's the thing though. Turns out we went up when we should have gone down. That's a wasted hour. Shame now I have to stream for longer. I will have to stream for longer. And it's okay, because I plan on starting to study a little bit at around like 10, 11 PM. And start getting ready for my exams, which aren't due yet. But there's plenty of time for that, but best start early, right? So I'll start a little bit earlier, but I'll start like later tonight, and until then I'm pretty sure I'll just stream. Because it's a fun game, I love the game, and it's fun to do these runs, just talk about whatever. But I will go on a little bit of a break, probably grab some ice cream or something, grab a little bit more water, put this water here that's here in the fridge, and I'll be back in like 3 to 4 minutes. 5 minutes-ish. I'll run some ads in the meantime. But yeah, it's like, I'll come back to this bit after the break. It's a weird time that we live in. It's like 2002, 2003, it really wasn't like that. It's like you find someone that dips pizza in milk or puts pineapples on pizza, and you're like, weird, okay, bye. Or, you know, whatever, you don't really care. Someone's a communist, or someone's a socialist, someone's a capitalist, you see them hanging out at the bar, and I'm not saying people don't do that anymore, but it's like you had political debates on... Back in the day, it was a lot more about religion and atheism, I think. That was a little bit more preeminent and a little bit more emphasized than it is now. Like, people would debate that all the time, and I was like, you know what, whatever. You know, there was a lot more indifference, and I think a lot more respect and a lot more understanding for people to disagree with you on absolutely... Again, it goes beyond politics. And disagree with you about anything. Now it's just so polarized. I don't know why. That's the sort of my biggest question. I'll leave you to think about that after I go to this break. So how doth one run ads on YouTube? Optional features, go live now. Monetization? No. Oh, space info. Did you forget to mute the microphone? No. I can't. Oh. Literally speaking, I can, but I'm scared shitless that if I do, what'll happen is the program will crash again. So I don't know. I'd rather not. Rather not try. Writing up a notepad with all the James Gunn tweets. Jesus Christ, okay. Well, I have a bit about Twitter as well, we'll talk about that. Like how a tweet you make in 2001 can cost you your career in 2017 or 2018. That's fucked up. In my modest opinion, that's fucked up. Right, for the... yeah. It's like working in retrospect. Applying now standards to what used to be. And what happened in the past, which is illegal, by the way, from a law perspective. That'll be like a 2018 law being applied to like a 2010 case. Now that's illegal, you can't do that. Actually, the penalties for trying something like that are huge. And yeah, it's apparently, but it's okay now, apparently, for people to think like that. People do that now. Weird. Do I need to censor swears before I post the individual tweets? I'm not sure you need to, but I would appreciate it. Just in case, you know. Actually, I know this is not the most popular thing in the world when you say it out loud, but when you actually do it, people sort of change their tune. But I've been thinking about making this a lot more family friendly. My videos in general. Unsubscribed. Boo. No. Get out. Here's the thing, though. You don't need to say fuck all the time. As I say that, it's not swearing, right? You can say frick, you can say darn, you can say bloody hell. Doesn't matter, right? Conveys the same meaning. There's nothing special about that word anymore. And, why not, you know? It doesn't make a difference, trust me, I've seen it. Case in point, like the Dan Giesling, a man I respect quite a lot for his streams and his, like, Tarkov videos and his Dark Souls videos and stuff like that. I've been watching that man quite a lot recently. It's like, he never swears on stream, ever. I haven't noticed it. Like, I keep these streams, like, family friendly and all. He says it every now and again. I've never noticed the fact that he sorry, doesn't swear and makes an effort to never put, like, a swear word on stream or anything. You just don't notice it, and it's like, it's nice. So yeah, anyways, we should be starting in like a couple of minutes, and let me just finish eating this. We'll start in a couple of minutes. Okay, here comes 8 individual tweets. Okay, post them and I'll read them when I start the next run. Okay. I'm ready, let's go. So let's read some of these. I like it when little boys touch my silly plate. Shush. Feels like when Uncle Bernie fists me. This may be the plant version of adopting a damaged 12-year-old girl who steals your money and accuses you of molesting her. 3 men and a baby had. Okay. Mary Matthews just told me a story about how a monkey... Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of that. It's in chat for your enjoyment. Tell your 3-year-old you're laughing, thinking of... Wow. Me having intimate relationships with C-3PO. He'll appreciate it when we're older. I'm doing a big Hollywood film adaptation of The Giving Tree with a happy ending. The tree grows back and gives the kid a blow. Fuck me. Really? Okay, so here's my biggest problem with this. is the fact that these tweets were made when? Like, years ago, right? That's the problem here. These tweets were made years and years and years ago. And only now are they relevant, right? Start an Eden run. No, fuck it. We may die, but it depends on the start we get. I don't know my HP. It could be 1, in which case this is terrible. It could be 3, in which case it's pretty good. So, I don't know. Damage and rate of fire are pretty good, though, so I'll be content with that. What does Black Hole do? I don't remember. I'll need to... I won't look it up, but I'd like to know. Let's use it here and see what it does. Ah! Okay, that's what it does. Got it. So Black Hole... All in all, I'm pro Black Hole. I'm for it. I like it. So yeah, here's the thing. I genuinely agree with Nordline when he said, I think Twitter should have like a warning every time you're about to tweet something. And it should be like, do you think... Are you sure you want to tweet this? And are you aware that several years from now, this may be used to potentially, quite literally, ruin your life, leave you without a home, a job, or any bright spark of future whatsoever? Because then I think people will genuinely go, you know, I don't need to tweet this. I don't. Not really. I don't need to tweet this. Sod that. Doesn't matter. But yeah, it's... I don't know, we have, yeah, this is going to preoccupy the commentary for a few minutes, which is good. So we have these classes in uni, which is, they're called conversation classes, and it's not the most original name in the world, I know. And I think I mentioned them a few times, but essentially, does it drag you in? It doesn't. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, but you're stupid enough to sit on top of the black hole. Lovely. And, like... Forgive the lack of originality during the name, in the naming procedure of the entire thing, but they're pretty actually fun, because it's kind of like the thing you do to relax at the end of, like, several lessons or whatever. Honestly, I quite enjoy them. You have no test from that, you have no sort of examination or whatever at the end of the year for that. You just go out there and it helps with learning language, you know, for a lot of people. If they actually would participate, it would help them. A lot of people just choose to stay quiet, and I'm often pretty much the only guy talking during those things for a lengthy period of time, but it doesn't matter, right? So in this conversation courses, we talked about this quite a bit. It's like, what do you think about, like, social media and stuff like that? And it's essentially that's sort of the entire thing you do there. You either read, like, a post somewhere, or I don't know, something. Something that is thought provoking and to any degree or respect, and you have a conversation based on that, right? The 10, 15, however many of you are in that room, or in my case, the 2 or 3 of you, because everyone else is sitting quietly in their seats, which you know, doesn't help when I need to have a strong opinion about absolutely everything that's presented, but, hey, like I said, I enjoy it. At any rate, my job is to talk for a living, so, you know, honestly, it's nothing special. It's not for a living, this is not exactly a job either, but, hey, part-time job, yeah. At any rate, like I said, we talked about this, like, entire Twitter thing, and how it can ruin your life and everything, and it's interesting, and I don't know what to think about it either way, because, first of all, well, you know, yeah, you tweet some shite like that, and you go, well, you know, maybe that should be taken into consideration. But then again, I remember stuff that I wrote, like, 8 years ago. Occasionally, I will find it somewhere, somehow. Either it'll pop up as like one of those memory things on Facebook, or I'll find my 8-year-old YouTube comment on a video that I like, or it's usually like a music video, or whatever, like a song or something like that. And I will, fucking idiot, and I will just be like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, this is horrible. Delete this immediately, right? And it's. I imagine it has to be the same for a lot of guys that had issues with this, but then again, it's like some of the stuff that comes up is like really just wrong, you know? But I don't know. It's a difficult thing, right? It's a difficult topic, definitely. But I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It's fun to talk about, I suppose. At the absolute very least, it's fun to discuss. But I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Either in the comments or now. Because oh yeah, I forgot that's one of those rooms. I don't want to go there. Because yeah, it's. I don't know. It's kind of a problem, and it maybe it's good. I don't know. Maybe people should be held more accountable. But I kind of see the other side as well. It's like it's the internet. You say stupid shit there all the time, and it's like, oh, Monster is affected by the black hole. The other thing isn't. That's. Now it goes to show you. I feel bad for Monstro. I think we should sign a petition to buff Monstro, because he's like the pushover kid. No, the kid that you push over all the time and bully. Because he's like never considered a threat ever. Now, you will take damage to him occasionally, but that's not because Monstro's good. That's because you suck or lack the basic focus to dodge like his 2 attacks. Tiny Room Monstro? Yeah, okay, he'll do damage occasionally, but any boss in a tiny room, and it's not the greatest thing in the world to be fighting. That is horrible. But I have to take it. No, I don't. No, I don't have to take it. Let's make it more difficult on myself. Let's try and do that. But by the way, you may or may not have noticed I don't actually have access to chat right now because I had to put my phone away on the charger. So, let me open it up here really quickly. Get out again. There we go. And these new chargers are really damn good. It's like 30% charged in like what is effectively a couple of minutes. That's the most extreme of them. All of them taken out of context. Of course, tweets were made 2009 to 2012-ish. See, that's... I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't, because... Sure, all of them were taken out of context. I mean, sure, these were jokes, but these were like... They're sick jokes. They're very sick. Please, my joke. It's very sick. Yeah. I think I like that quote a little bit too much, but... Seriously though, it's I don't know. I'm against all forms of censorship. I think I've made and argued this enough over the years. I've made this argument and I've talked about this enough. But then again, I'm not arguing for this to be censored, not for one moment. But the question here is whether he should. Well, so what is the question here? Whether he should face charges for tweets? No. Whether he should get fired for these tweets? I think first of all, private company is allowed to do whatever the hell it wants. Don't necessarily agree with that. But if they want to fire him and it's a private company, there I give them absolutely free reign. If you want to fire him, go ahead. You know, it's your business. Do whatever the hell you want. I, as a random dude on the internet, have absolutely no right to tell them who they can hire and who they can fire. I will draw the line there. But here's the thing, though. Serbia's free healthcare won't help with that sick joke of yours. Well, like any free healthcare system won't help with that joke, because it'll just put you on a waiting list for like 6 months, and then by then you'll have found the cure for yourself, and it'll all be fine. But what about the people that it did help? Minute and irrelevant. It's far better to not have it at all than this. But at any rate, it wasn't the topic of conversation. Let's get back to it. It's... I'm not going to cop out. See, the best thing to do in a situation like this would be to cop out and say, no, I don't know. I'm not going to do that, though. This is... Have you been here before? No. We don't do that. I suppose sort of defining what the problem is would be helpful. So, yeah, they're allowed to fire him. Obviously, their choice. He should be more careful what he tweets. Everyone should. I mean, that's yeah, I don't think there's a problem with that. Be careful what you tweet, because people can use it that way, and they do apparently. Do I think it's right? I think it's their right to do it. I don't think I have any business meddling with it. But then again, I mean, I don't know. It's I suppose I really don't see the like, what do I think about that? I suppose is the big question here, and there's where I'm kind of stuck, because I mean, what do I think about those tweets as just tweets? No, I don't like that. That's terrible. It's just a joke, yeah, but it's a bad joke, and I don't like those jokes, and I think that I don't like them. Period. Okay? Can I not like them? Thank you. Fine. Can I leave it at that? So I was sort of talking about this a couple of minutes ago, wasn't I? The need to overreact to everything. So here I don't have that here. I'm just like, whatever. It's his prerogative. Now, should he face some charges from the government or something like that, like from the police investigations and stuff like that for those tweets? Absolutely not. There I have a strong opinion. Absolutely not. Because, Twitter lets fucking ISIS use Twitter and don't do anything about it, right? And then you're gonna tell me that this guy should face charges over ISIS? Oh, fuck you. No. But you're dropping spiders right on top of my head. I don't appreciate that for a minute. That is horrible. Also, if you can give me some red hearts to work, or some red heart containers to work with, I'd be highly grateful. Jesus Christ, there is nowhere to dodge. Okay. No deal with the devil. That's a shame. Alright, next block. It's weird. It's weird. Here's my real problem with it. Here's my, let me just find you what you said back in 2010. Yeah, look. That's sort of, I think, the real issue here. You're fining him, or you're firing him, or whatever, for what he said back in 2010. I think that's my real problem, is not the fact that when he said it, but the fact that up until now, it wasn't even, nobody even looked into it, right? Because if you are hiring someone and you look right there on the spot and you go, well, you know what? You tweeted this in 2010, we don't like you anymore, you know, you're not getting the job. Which happened. Which happened to that guy who wanted to work in, whatever company that was, and it was like his dream job, and they wouldn't hire him because he tweeted like everyone there should be fired because they did such a horrible job with this. And I was like, you know what? You're not hired. Goodbye. Because you tweeted this 15 years ago. They're right, sure. I think they're at a loss. But, why was it not relevant up until someone found it, right? Why were we not talking about this before? When these tweets were made, I think that's my biggest problem with stuff like this, is the fact that you completely ignore it until somehow someone out of the blue finds it and you're like, okay, this is terrible, fire him immediately. As if that will undo the fact that you were paying him, like, for the last 10, 15, 5 years, however many years, doesn't matter. In this case, it will be like, what? 2009 to 2018, it was like 9 years-ish, right? That really gonna be lockdown lovely? So yeah, I don't know. We will see where this goes and whether this trend continues or it stops or whatever. But like I said, as long as it's a private company, they can do it. It's their right. Who am I to tell them that they can't, right? That'd be a bit... Like, your reason for not hiring him cannot be this, this, and this. What? No. Hire however you want. If you hire bad people for the job, your loss, because, you know, quite literally your financial loss. If you don't hire someone because of dumb reasons, again, your loss, someone else will. And I've been thinking about this too. And this is like... I like to think that generally, politically speaking, I know what I want, and I know my stuff, and I'm relatively well-informed and whatnot. I genuinely think this, most of the time. But here's like one aspect, I suppose, if you will, of politics that I am going back and forth every day and sort of thinking about over and over in my head. What about, like, fucking Google and Facebook and them banning people and stuff like that? So, like, you'll find out that, and this is really, like, and this sort of drives me nuts a little bit, that most people go, you know what? Private company, they can do whatever they want. Or at least most libertarians go, private company, they can do whatever they want. Until they are the ones that get banned, and at that point, like, oh, this is tyranny, this is horrible, ah. Well, hold on, you were advocating for this. You know what I mean? Like, you were advocating, no, you don't get to go back now. Like, you were advocating for this, this is what you were advocating for. Or, in other situations, they make like a half statement, and it's like, well, yeah, I support their right to do it, but Jesus fucking Christ, someone's knocking at the door for like the 6th time. Maybe someone died, I need to check. Why is the screen black? It's not black, never mind. Oh, you racist. Shush. I'll BRB in like 30 seconds and I'll get back to this. Apologies. Okay, there we go. It's like, I inevitably was going to lose a little bit of that train of thought. It's like, and then they, like, go back, but not all the way. They go back, like, a little bit. And it's like, well, they weren't being genuine about what they were doing. Doesn't matter. You never specified this, right? It's like, no, you can't go back like that. That's chickening out, because all of a sudden it affects you directly, and you're like, well, no, they can't do that. You don't get to do that. You support one thing, and you supported it, you don't get to backtrack now when it affects you. Like, stick up for it, right? And stand your ground, yeah? But... So this is why I don't know what to think about this, because, clearly, if you... well, let's go like this. If you... What, same room again, really? Because if you think that, like, 2 or 3 of the world's wealthiest people do not have the mental capacity to work together, conspire with each other, and collude with each other, you're an idiot. Right? I work together with, like, 100 people from uni to achieve something. If you think that the 3 world's most richest and most influential companies don't have this capacity to... I didn't know you do that attack. To work with each other, you're an idiot. Right? I'm willing to go full on with that statement. Oh, it's like a conspiracy theory. It's not a conspiracy theory, right? Conspiracy theory now has exclusively a negative meaning. Used to not be the case, but hey. We'll criticize modern life a little bit later. It's like, it's not a conspiracy theory, it's common sense. Right? If it's in their interests, yes, they will work together. So what happens when you get a monopoly of people like that? You can now do whatever the hell they want. Well, now a private company, you have an alternative, except you don't. Right, these companies will shut down anyone trying to become their competition. They will not allow for competition, and they have the means to shut down competition. Right? So, my question is, to what extent do you just let it all go? With the excuse that, oh, it's a private company, they can do whatever the hell they want. I need to pick up something from a deal with the devil, and I think this is the best option, because it allows for future deals to be a little bit more likely. So let's get out this for. Listen to a podcast where they talk about how Trump blocking people on Twitter was unconstitutional, and that he shouldn't be allowed to do it. Well, no. Well, first, okay, he shouldn't be allowed to do it. We can talk about that. We can define that in the law. Well, we can't, because I'm not from the US, and I don't think neither are you, but, you know, regardless. The proverbial we can talk about it, and we can define it in the law. But nowhere in the Constitution, which was written, like, 300 years ago, does it say, thou shalt not block people on Twitter. Right? Nowhere does it say that. So, if you're gonna put Twitter under some umbrella of free expression of thought or whatever, and the fact that the president blocked this as like being covered by this, you are simply wrong. Here's why. When the Constitution was written, there was no means of this form of communication, first of all. Second of all, if you wanted to get through to the president, you had to write him a letter. Whether he reads this or not is up to him back then, and nowhere did it say, thou, the president of the United States, shall read every single piece of junk mail that arrives to you, right? Nowhere does it say this, so to claim that it's unconstitutional is objectively wrong. Whether he shouldn't be allowed to do it, that's a different thing. It depends on how you treat his Twitter account, and this is where again we go a little bit into what I mentioned. Twitter's a private company, right? If the president has an account on this private company, that means that's his private account. Even though it is official, it's a private account. This account has nothing to do with the government by virtue of the fact that it's not on a government server, which means that, to all intents and purposes, yes, Twitter can ban officials. Even the president. Legally speaking, they can ban him. On the other side of this proverbial coin, he can block and ban whoever the hell he wants, because this is a private account, even though it is official. This account is not paid for by the taxpayers. It has nothing to do with the taxpayers. This is a private thing, right? So, no, it's wrong to claim that this holds any water. It doesn't. However, we go back to my sort of conundrum about monopolies and collusions and stuff like that, because here's the real problem here. Here's the real problem. YouTube doesn't. I speak exclusively on YouTube because I'm streaming here now, and this is sort of what I'm doing as a part-time job, and what I dedicate like 7 to 8 hours a day, pretty much. I mean, it's not exclusively YouTube that I dedicate 7 to 8 hours a day, but like I play most of the games that I play for YouTube or between YouTube videos and stuff like that. I dedicate a stupid amount of time to it, right? Here's the fact: it doesn't state what the rules are. And if you, I've watched Stephen Chowder or Crowder? Chowder? Pretty sure it's Chowder. speaks volumes about how often I listen to this guy, and the fact that I don't know his name. But I've listened to like a stream that he did recently, and was it a podcast or whatever. And they talked about a lawyer on the show actually talked about the terms of service when it comes to YouTube and Twitter and stuff like this. And at no point do they tell you what the terms of service actually are, right? Which means it's open to their interpretation. If they interpret what you said as violating the terms of service, they'll ban you. Because the definition for this, and you can, like, it's like, really short. Just give me a second to read this. Honestly, honestly, I just think I just think people don't like it because it's Trump, and no, I'm not American. I think I moved... You think I moved to Denmark by choice? Well... Yeah, here's the thing, like... It definitely is, you know, you start a conversation like that, it's obvious just because you're still sore about the elections. Well, to me at least, it's because of that, but... I don't think I ever saw you do that attack. I think you always... thought you always spew the laser ball thing. Eh, okay. It's not a laser ball thing, it's just a laser thing. Yeah, there you go. Better. I need to focus, sorry. He moves a lot quicker when you kill his brother and he gets really, really upset and, okay, there we go. Oh, let's go. Oh, that feels good. So actually, I do it one more time. Oh, that feels good. Okay. We can talk now. We can now banter as much as we like because we have Brimstone. This is the reason I keep mulling this over in my head, because they never tell you what these terms of service are. The exact not the exact definition, but like it's mostly something like this, and I'm paraphrasing it a little bit. Terms of service are like, you know, no murder videos, no violence against children on video, blah 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 blah. And one of the first things that they hit you with to make sure you don't do is hate speech. Right? YouTube does define hate speech as a thing that exists. And they claim that hate speech is violent or speech that encourages violence against certain groups based on their characteristics, such as race, religious creed, or veteran status, disability, stuff like that. So but they say such as. So there is no definitive list, first of all, which means, again, you say something and they interpret it as it could be on this list, you're screwed. However, they claim that it's inciting violence against groups. That's it. Yet clearly, people have been banned off of YouTube and they haven't incited violence against anyone. Okay, so showing someone how to clean their rifle, or I don't know, showing someone how a stab vest works, is not inciting violence, it's educational content, right? And yet people have been banned off of YouTube for showing people how stab vests work, and what sort of weapons they protect from, and what sort of weapons don't. They don't protect from, right? They've been banned for showing people how to clean their guns, and showing people how to modify their guns or whatever. All legal, right? Well, they've been banned for legal stuff. I should have gone to the item room. Doesn't matter. They've been banned for this, and it's... I don't know. It's... At one point you gotta say enough is enough, but... Don't get me wrong, I don't like the government having to define this either. I don't like the government having this authority either. That's not good either. So you're stuck quite literally between like a rock and a hard place, you know. It's a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing. Oh no. So I think we're gonna die on this run. And the reason for my death, I point towards, like, not having any HP. Well, isn't that how you always die, you know, for a lack of HP? Well, look. There's a lack of HP because you lost it, and there's a lack of HP because you never picked any up. Currently, I'm in this problem because I never picked any HP up. That's the issue here. Plus, I can't see my health, which is like, obviously a problem. I would very much like to be able to see how much health I have, / do not have. I think that would be very helpful. Also, would it kill you to give me a red heart container? I like how I was like, okay, we can talk about whatever now because I picked up Brimstone. Well, I should have mentioned that we can talk about whatever if I get, like, a couple of hearts here and there occasionally. You know what would really save us? Oh no, not this room. Not this room, not this room, not this room, not this room, not this room. Okay, that's not bad. Kill that guy. This is not... Okay, this is okay. This is not terrible. Because they absolutely can collude with each other to push a political agenda. These, and they have. In fact, from very recently, in fact. And I'm not just talking about InfoWars, I'm talking about, like, official politicians getting banned off of YouTube. I'm talking about, or banned off of social media and stuff like that. They can push this agenda. And here's also another thing, this is not simply a private company either, because they very often talk about, and I'll actually defend them a little bit, suffer a lot of pressure from various political parties too. It's like, for years on end, a particular political party can go... Oh, lovely. There you go. Stream just got longer by 40 minutes, boys! Oh, no. We're not doing that. Let's do a Zazel. It's like... For years on end, they can suffer pressure from certain political groups to ban certain people, right? That they dislike. And it's like, why haven't these guys why haven't these guys been banned? Oh, they haven't really done anything. Ban them, or we'll take action against you in the Supreme Court. Ban them, or we'll put more taxes on you. It's like, okay, fine. And that sort of the thing. It's. They've changed the I think they changed the icon for this item because it didn't look familiar. Because then that's like a whole different thing, because now they are involved with the government. Or not even the government, they're involved with politicians and they're involved with the democratic process. So now you are no longer just a private company, right? Now you're doing more than that. And it's a weird line between the two, and it's a line that's difficult to... Okay, ready? Steady? Oh, I thought it would be wider. Doesn't matter. It does like 4 times the damage anyway, but, you know, I thought it would be wider. We're talking info, well, then I'll bring up Alex Jones. Well, yeah, but, I mean, you know, he did nothing unusual, is the real problem here. He did nothing unusual that got him banned off of everything at the same time, right? It's not like he posted this one controversial thing that's more controversial than anything he's been doing for the last 15 years, and like, okay, now ban him off of everything. And now they're also attacking and fining, actually fining radio stations that hosted his show. Well, here's the thing. He's been doing the same thing he's been doing for years, and it wasn't a problem. All of a sudden, now it's a problem everywhere. See, that's the real issue here. That all of a sudden, it's a problem everywhere for everyone. Because someone put money into this. And someone from the government put money into this. It's like, yeah, at that point you cross the line between a private company and, like I said, someone involved in the democratic process. So, I don't know. Like I said, vague line, weird line, but a line nonetheless. And it's not just about, like I said, it's not just about one guy. It's about... I don't have a problem saying it's InfoWars or Alex Jones. It's not just about him. It's happened to others as well, right? It's happened to a lot less controversial and a lot more, dare I say, sensible and moderate people, right? Because you cross the line once, and, you know, first it's Alex Jones, and then it's you and me, right? It's, you know... Strange thing. I can't pick this up because I will die if I will die if I do. Worth bearing in mind because I'm guaranteed to deal with the devil this turn or this floor. So let's see if I can pick up a little bit of HP or one of those magical mystical red heart containers that never seem to drop. And that would be really, really awesome. Charge time's a little bit low, but like we fire 4 lasers or 4 brimstone beams at the same time, which don't know if you've noticed, but that's like really good. And we start with an ability to fly. Azazel's like the easy mode character, and I'm not afraid to admit that. I will be straight up honest with you. Azazel is the easy mode character. They said he spread fake information. Well, then, boy, is YouTube gonna need to do some cleaning. Won't CNN have to do some cleaning then too? As in, you know, cease to exist? I'm not talking about Trump. I'm not talking about the presidential race. So I'm talking about stuff that happened before that. Before the entire hashtag fake news thing. Surely, banning CNN from Twitter is the next option, right? Is the next thing, right? Surely. I mean, if that's the standard has to be the same for everyone. Everyone signs the same contract. To me, it's somewhat sensible that you enforce this contract. Can't pick this up because I'll die. Yeah. You say you and me, but you don't know I already have a strike. Yeah, I had a strike too. It expires in like 6 months, I think, something like that. So it may have expired. But I will say something really good came out of the entire... And I need to talk about... No, there's one more thing I need to talk about, actually. I talked about this with one of my professors in uni. She's a highly intelligent woman. She's extremely skeptical of pretty much everything she ever sees, which, bless her, I wish I was. You know, I genuinely do. I think I'm a lot more gullible than her. But she's like, so I was watching the entire Mark Zuckerberg in court questioning thing. It's old news now. And they asked some questions in court, and it's like the meme was, you know, 20-something or 30-something-year-old guy that explains the internet to a bunch of old folks, and it's like, yeah, okay. So, fair enough, some of them are absolute idiots and have no idea what they're talking about, and ask the world's stupidest question. Let's just say that if your question starts with, if I'm emailing over WhatsApp, then, you know, please give up the chair to someone more suited for this. Or at the very least, attempt to do your research because you had time, and I swear to God it doesn't take that long to learn how the internet works. Because, newsflash, it's kind of your job. Did you just die again? Yeah, I did. Sure. We'll try YouTube war stories. YouTube war stories, how'd you get your strike? There's a copyright strike on... Let's just finish this thread of thought first. So, it's like this. It's like this and like that and like this center. Sure, some questions were mind-bogglingly stupid. By the way, the stream just got 40 minutes longer. I will stream forever if this continues like this. Let's focus a little bit, yeah? So... A few questions were really, really good, though. Right? Ted Cruz, of all people, asked some straight-on banger questions that I wanted to know the answers to as well, and were answered genuinely. To full credit, were answered genuinely. So he's like, well, a lot of these, you know, this conservative has been banned, this conservative has been banned, this libertarian has been banned. Do you know of any liberals that have been banned? Like, Senator, no. Okay. And do you think this is fair? Do you think that this is fair, that exclusively the focus has been on these people and not people that you agree with, right? And he's like, Senator, I'll look into it. You know, I don't know. Okay. Did he? Nope. Did he face any consequences for, you know, appearing before the court and not being able to answer any of those, some of those questions and, you know, stuff like that? Was there a follow-up, right? Was there a follow-up that we were promised? Nope. What was it? It was just a show, right? It was just a show for the stupid and hungry masses. And her words, not mine, I'm the unit professor. I tend to agree. What was the point of that? Someone tell me. What was the point of that if for the most important questions you couldn't give the answer to? And at the end of the day, we learned nothing new, because whenever something controversial came up, you were like, I don't know. I'll look into it. We'll work with you in the future on this. In reality, no, you won't. What was the point of that? Was there any point? No. That kind of like... And at that point, you're not a private company. At that point, you're a man under investigation, and this investigation is costing taxpayer dollars, right? Because everyone that was in that room was paid to be in said room by by the US taxes. So at that point, you're crossing the line. I can't pick anything up because I will die if I do. At any rate, how did I get my strike? I got copyright strucked for, let me remember. I think it was... Ah, yes. It was in-game audio, or an in-game song, for a game that I played like many, many years ago. And I uploaded the videos, and this was before I was partnered, by the way. And actually, no, it wasn't, sorry. It was... I uploaded the videos before I was partnered, but I got copyright struck after I got partnered. So I uploaded these videos, and they were on YouTube for like a year and a half, maybe, right? After said year and a half, I got a copyright strike on like one of them, and the other two got demonetized because like copyright reasons again. But one of them got copyright struck because of the music, which was in-game music, by the way. I point again to the contract that I signed with YouTube that says if the music is in-game and you're doing commentary over it, and you're doing a Let's Play, or it doesn't say Let's Play because, you know, when they wrote the contract, Let's Plays weren't that big of a thing. But if you're doing commentary over it, and it's an in-game thing, you're allowed to monetize the video. By the way, I got the same shite for the Vampire the Masquerade series. Anytime I enter a club, and there's music in said club, my video will get demonetized. Even though in the contract, it clearly states I am allowed to monetize videos like that, but monetization is not the biggest problem here. I got copyright struck, so, you know, there's a more serious issue. And I contacted the guys over at Freedom, and I was like, you know, back in the day, they were very supportive of, I mean, they actually taught me quite a lot about putting tags in videos. Sure, I'll pick it up. But me putting tags in videos and like, making sure more people get to see the video and stuff like that. And I use that today. It's Well, it's been very helpful, hasn't it? No, not exactly, but it's kind of been helpful. I don't know. A little bit, right? So I was like, yo, I got this, and I'm like, why, what the hell do I do now, right? Because, yeah, this is against the terms of service, and yet I still got struck. And they're like, sorry, we can't help you. Like, this has been happening to everyone. You know, big YouTuber and small, mostly smaller ones, because they can fuck with them. And bigger ones can afford a lawyer and can afford a lawsuit with them, so they don't want to mess with them, but they've been fucking with people like this, and we literally can't do anything. Because YouTube doesn't want to do anything. I'm like, okay, fine. So, like, what do I do? Like nothing. Like, do I delete the videos? Like, well, whatever you want, but... Like, probably best to delete them, because you can get copyright struck again on the video that you know, they already copyright struck you once. And they can find, like, a similar one and do it again. So, like, best delete the entire series. I'm like, alright, fine. But there you go, that was basically it. Bullshit, I know. How's this run going? Bad. It's like, we had one good run, we won, that was great. And now we're due for a series of a couple of terrible ones. But it's the fact that I don't have HP. That's what's killing me. Damage is good, range is very good. We've increased it a little bit actually. Items were decent. Deal with the devil's good. You know, everything's working out. We even had a guppy item early on which we couldn't pick up because you know what? They don't want to give us HP. I think the only, like, few hearts that I get, I had to buy off the shop, or, you know. Game's screwing with you. Game's screwing with you and me both. But, it's fine. Fine. There is a chance that there will be a turn of events. We need, like, a spacebar item that gives you health. Not this guy, not this guy. I hate this boss so much. Because he's invulnerable most of the time. There you go. HP up, please. Well, I got spun, which is good. It also makes me look ever so slightly retarded, but I'm okay with that. And it also did give me an HP container, so all in all, what is usually considered a terrible item ended up helping a little bit. Like, I'm pretty sure we're guaranteed to deal with the devil next turn, so that should work out pretty well. See, the other issue is we now need to find a red heart, which is usually a fairly easy thing to do, but you never know. I think my range did jump up quite a bit. Nice. What a scrub, I know attacks just don't get hit. Okay, you know what? Good. Okay, you know, here's the thing. He who says he can and he who says he cannot are both correct. So, you know what? We're going to get hit once more. That was then. And now we're never getting hit again. We're not. We're simply not getting hit again. This is not something that's going to happen. We are not getting hit anymore. Please, spacebar item that generates health. Please. Look, calling it right now. Item room. Butterbean. The hell is that? It's literally the worst item in the game. Spacebar item that makes you fart. Does the fart do awesome damage? It does no damage. It pushes the enemies that are right next to you like half a step backwards. I was close. Instead we got 10 bombs, which is infinitely more useful, but... or about 10 times as useful. But not ideal. I'll buy a heart. I'll buy 2 hearts, actually, because I have the money to do that. If only I had the money in real life. Speed down. Well, okay, we're moving pretty quickly, so it's not a detriment. I'll take Hargalars because we might find a tinted rock or something. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. In all honesty, I probably could have opened it and ran back out just to see what's in there, but not worth it. There's usually nothing worthwhile in those chests. What did I say? We're never getting hit again, except for like that time. That time doesn't count. I'm gonna use Hargalars in this room. I just don't know why I haven't used it yet. Probably because I'm being a bit silly. Okay. Here we go. My god, could it be? An actual heart of the spirit variety? What hath encouraged such generosity, O game, if I may ask? Damage is really good, though. I can't complain about damage. I can't complain about movement speed. I can't complain about anything except health, so... it's going to be a bit repetitive to listen to, but also going to be 100% true. Never getting hit. Mark my words. Never getting hit, apart from now, because you can't kill these enemies without getting hit, apparently. Because they explode when you kill them, and I don't have the range to kill them at, ironically, range. Him I can kill at range, though. That doesn't seem to be a problem. What a world. What a world. Open. Ah. Another heart of the spirit variety? My god, it's almost like we're gonna wafer. Okay! See, here's the thing, and I do believe that this is true, genuinely. You complain enough to the troll engine of this game, and it will provide you with something. As the wafer offers longer invincibility frames after you get hit, which is not worthwhile for us because we're never getting hit. But it also makes it so you take half a heart of damage from all sources. So you don't take 4 hearts of damage in the deeper floors. Half heart is all they can take out of you. Which again is of course completely meaningless to us because we're never getting hit ever again, but you know. If we're going to stop and be realistic for a few minutes, yes, it is actually very worthwhile. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. Like, they spawned 3 champion versions of a walking flesh monster. And it's supposedly because the game is in hard mode, right? So you get more champions and you get less consumables. Because the game's in hard mode. Don't know if I mentioned the game's in hard mode. But in that particular situation, actually in quite a few situations, champions are actually easier to kill than their non-champion brethren. What does this do again? I now have this dice, and I, for the life of me, can't remember what does it do. It rerolls something. Was it rewards? No, it wasn't rewards. It was something else. Did you stop doing that bullshit attack for like 2 seconds? Thank you. There we go. What did I say? Never getting hit again. No, 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 no. Oh, why do you have to? Oh, just remember to ask you, do you know your artillery has a multi-shot option in Warhammer 2? Yes, I know, but the Juggernaut from the past doesn't know. So the Juggernaut from the past is gonna go on for a little bit, like a couple of more videos, without switching to multi-shot. I think 1 or 2 or 3 potentially, before he realizes he can switch to multi-shot. Here's the thing. It doesn't make that much of a difference. In the case of the particular artillery that he's using right now. So I would even argue that having it on single shot is maybe even better. Because looking at the statistics of how that thing did, because I'm obsessed with stuff like this, and I tend to examine battles after the or in between videos, and tend to look at stuff like this in my downtime for no apparent reason other than hoping to provide slightly better content, and I spend hours upon hours more than I realistically should for stuff like this, but nevertheless, I've been looking at statistics for how the artillery piece did, and whilst multi-shot is better against infantry on paper, because it's supposed to have, like, you know, more projectiles that, you know, it's kind of like a shotgun effect, right? Something will hit, whereas a single shot will probably, like, hit 1 or 2 units and do damage to them, but the vast majority will remain unhit. Multi-shot is not good at killing units, though. This is the issue here. It'll do damage, especially if the unit is heavily armored or has a lot of HP. It will absolutely do lots of damage. Maybe not even lots of damage, but it will do damage, but it will not kill soldiers. Whereas single shot will kill soldiers. So, yeah, great job, just walk into those spikes. So it's really like, it's not that clear of a cut, as it were, whether one should have it on single shot or multi-shot. Because sure enough, fair enough, doing damage might be more important than killing individual soldiers, but killing individual soldiers also does have a lot of benefit associated with it too. Because none of these are good enough. Because essentially, you take out some of the damage potential from the unit, and it also lowers morale. So, you know, I did switch to multi-shot later and used it quite a bit. Most of the time, actually. I think in the battles post-Vampire Coast Invasion, I think. But, yeah. Because I have like a bunch of videos. Well, a bunch. I have a decent bit of videos already recorded for that, so. Hello, darkness, my old friend. So, Exhibit A, terrible item. Exhibit B, terrible item. Exhibit C, you get the point. They're all terrible items. I'll take this one, I think. Why? It provides some actual health. General, it's like half a heart every six rooms. I am aware of this. I am very well aware. I am more aware of this than you know. And I am also aware that it is my only source of HP. But there are so many better items, like any of the heart-generating books, or, you know, Yum Heart is even better because you can use it more often. And then, where are these items, though? Like picking up a pony to fly, you know, one of the spacebar items that lets you fly. But there's better items that allow you to fly. Where are they, though? Where are they at? Like I said, never getting hit again. But I don't think I mentioned this previously when I was streaming this game. I like this game because it's like a conduit, you know? It's like a medium for other stuff to flow through, you know? It's like we can talk about quite literally anything, while doing this. We can talk about the game too, if you want me to explain some of the game mechanics and why I'm doing certain stuff and stuff like that. But we can also talk about, like, taxes, you know? And we talk about quite literally anything and use this as the perfect medium, and it doesn't have to be, like, pre-recorded. Because if you're going to talk about seriously about anything, or semi-seriously about anything, you need to sort of pre-record some footage and then just focus on the conversation topic while you're doing it. But this is like the perfect medium for jokes, for political conversations, for any topic, really. And for anything you want. This is such a good medium for all of that. It's a really fun game. Plus the fact that you can finish it like 50 different times and have it be nuanced all the time is like... That's 50 different times. It's like a gross under-exaggeration. I think I finished it like... I take a look at the stats later. Pretty sure I finished the game like a 1,000 times maybe, if not more. Like I said, I'll look at the stats later, but... Because I'm a bit curious now. Okay, here's the thing. This could be one of the weirdest runs ever, but I don't think it's doomed just yet. There is a slither of hope for it. Never mind, Slither's gone. There's a slither of hope for it. Are you a wizard? Does it work? Thank God it doesn't. Oh no. There we go. Question now is, do we go into the curse room? Of course we do. How do you think we're gonna drag this run out of the depths of hell that it... Yeah, I thought it was Pin. Now, you know we're doing good, by the way, when we killed the first floor boss in like one hit, so it's... I'm over-exaggerating a little bit. This is not... God, they were red ghosts for some reason. My brain went... You're okay, you don't need to worry about these guys. Wafer, by the way, saved my life. Like, Wafer completely saved my life. Let's make no mistake about that. Like, Wafer saved my life. Absolutely did. Okay, health. A little bit, yeah. Okay. Yo, Yera card, Yera card, blank card, Yera, blank card, Hierophant, something like that, and we're set. This one is run. We get that, but I don't see how. And the unfortunate bit here is we're not even going to the chest, which was where you would expect to find some good items. Well, you'd expect to find items, period, and then, you know, occasionally quite a few of them will be actually pretty damn decent. But instead we're going to the dark room, because we're hunting for this stupid achievement. Which I'll most likely never see the benefit of ever in my life, but I'll get bragging rights. So... yeah, I don't know. Thing is, HP's not that bad for once. Like, since the start of the run, HP's not that terrible because of this trash HP item that I picked up. It's actually not that trash. It's trash as like a long-term thing. It's pretty good if you can use it like a couple of times and then leave it, exchange it for something else. But as it is, it's like pretty damn trash. Also, in case you haven't noticed, another reason why this game is great is if you run out of things to say about a certain topic, or you finish a line of thought, you run out of jokes or whatever, talk about the game. So many interesting permutations and synergies and stuff that you can experience that it's like an endless stream of stuff to do. Very easy to stream, very easy to record. Like, awesome, it really is. Exhausting though, because I've been streaming for like, I don't know, 2 hours and stuff like that, probably. Or maybe even more. That's a different thing, but like any other game, we've gotten way tired at this point. Way more tired at this point. I could have finished Doom, you know, by this time, but it's not that kind of stream. I kind of want to get the Streamlabs thing set up properly before I continue with Doom. That's Doom with a U. Okay. Good, thank you. You've been generous. You spawned them on top of each other. Don't usually do that. Oh, God. Okay. I can't get to you. Okay, you killed yourself, thank you. My lasers don't know that. Okay. That was a very good fight. Not to toot my own horn, that was a very good fight. Now that was good. And that was proper good. Alright, welcome to Shoal. It's a little bit bullshit, as you will notice. Nowhere near as bullshit as the following floor, but it's a little bit bullshit. It's also way harder, unnecessarily, than the chest. And yet the chest is more fun. So, realistically, what I'm saying is, this shouldn't exist. But it does. The chest can be pretty damn tough, too. Like, to its credit. Because here you fight enemies in the chest. Well, I suppose this is the equivalent to the Cathedral. Cathedral has, like, actually interesting enemies. Most of the time, until you find, like, a room with 7 envies in it, which is, like, a room that takes 5 minutes to clear, but still. Cathedral has, like, actually interesting enemies. This is just a lot of ghosts and stuff that runs at you, which... nah. Oh god, I knew he was there, and I just nah. Okay, Tears Up helps. I do know I have the Emperor card, which teleports me to the boss immediately. I'm thinking I should wait and use that on the next floor and win. Because I genuinely see myself winning if I don't take a lot of damage here. No, that was terrible. No! That's a new enemy! There's a booster pack that came out relatively recently, by the way, for this game, in case you didn't know. No, your stream's not dying. The pills did that. Pills made it all pixely. There's The Worlds of Great Spiral Square 28 Doom. Yes. Spiral Square is great, man. Don't. Hey, look, anyone's that's willing to spend more than 30 minutes a day watching me spew garbage is okay in my books. So yeah, I don't know my own strength, as Eminem would say, but I don't know my own HP, which is... I never get that bomb on time. And yet I see people that place it perfectly every single time, and it annoys the living snot out of me. Right, Fallen Fight was pretty easy. And yes, if you're wondering, we are literally fighting Satan. Well, this is not Satan. And this is not real Satan, because this game suffers from that real thing. It's like, nothing you fight is real, nothing that you think it is is actually real. It's a little bit of a thing. You get used to it. This isn't real. This isn't real Satan. The real Satan's a lot tougher. Real Satan is actually, paradoxically enough, locked away by the angels. They locked him away, and you had to kill the angels to get the key to open the door to Satan, to go in and to kill Satan. While simultaneously, this also unleashes him into the world, and that's like this whole secret ending type thing. But don't worry about that for now. No HP. Okay. Of course we get the toughest room as the first room here. It's stupid. It's stupid. You know what's stupid? Because their brimstones home in on me. That's why it's stupid. See, here's the issue here. I need health. Because I'm not confident enough to beat this room, or to beat this boss, with 3.5 hearts. I'm even less confident to beat him with 3 hearts, but I'm hoping beyond hope that I can find something that'll give me HP. 3.5 hearts again. You're relatively easy. Just... Okay, good. Hearts. No. Hearts. Okay, relatively easy room. You won't take damage on it? Nah, probably will, but... Look, rooms here are very tough. Boss here is very tough. We need HP, though. Remember the words, never getting hit again? You don't seem to remember. What are you talking about? We never got hit ever since I said that. No idea what you're talking about. We never got hit. This is you can ask literally anyone. We never got hit. Seriously, like walk outside and ask, did Juggernaut get hit ever since he said he wasn't gonna get hit? That they will say, what the fuck are you talking about? Get away from me. Which is honestly almost as good as saying no. Health. I need it. I need health. You understand? Health? This is something that I need, yes? Well, there's 4 hearts. One cannot deny I'm making progress. This is a relatively okay boss fight. No! I made it more difficult for myself. Oh, never mind. Okay. To kill the head. To kill the head every time he tosses it. Try and get a little bit of damage done on the body. And you will kill him. There we go. Look at that. Nice and simple. Health! Haha! Power pill. We're gonna go fight the boss. Except we're not, because we can't take the power pill into the boss fight unless we find it the good old-fashioned way. Which we just did, thus rendering the entire conversation and the entire line of thinking completely useless. Health. Oh, look at that, it actually worked. Okay, we're gonna win. I don't know, why is the boss tough? He hasn't done an attack yet. You just wait. Power pill. If I just had a simple, honest-to-God orbital. Like, the game wasn't even kind enough to provide me with that. You think about what you've done, game. I don't like this. This is not enough health. See, you know when I said I don't like this? Oh no. Why did it all of a sudden get dark? It didn't, Juggernaut. That's just your mind playing tricks on you. A little bit more, please. Just a little bit more. Yes. 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 I need a break. As I was holding my breath the entire time and speaking. Now, the real trick is we get to do it all over again, but without any, well, we lose an item every floor, but it's fine. That's fine. I need a break, though. I feel literally ill, so, yeah, let me just really quickly go on BRB thing, and, I don't know, go grab some water, probably, stuff like that, and we'll do a couple more runs when I come back. Or we do reruns, actually, and we might actually get the achievement, you never know. Alright, see you in, like, 10 minutes-ish. Okay, different plan. I'm back early. Particular reason for this. Well, I don't feel all too well. Gosh damn it, you didn't die. If I meant that in game or IRL, is up to you. Hey. Alright, here's the thing. Back early because yours truly would like to lie down for a little bit and rest. And as a result, I need to get this out of the way relatively soon. So, plus I'm hungry. And as much as I would like to eat on stream, this is a rather exhausting business. So I would like a little bit of time to myself, as it were. And maybe, just maybe, having completed such a long-ass stream, I'll think about getting Escape from Tarkov and purchasing it tonight and doing some videos on it, but I'm broke as all hell, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can scrub up something from somewhere. Thing is, it gets easier from now on, because, yeah, it's reruns. Getting to this point is possibly the most difficult thing. And so it was tough. I won't deny this for a minute. It was tough getting here. I'd like to thank my parents, my YouTube audience, my live audience, and everyone else who supported me in doing this. However, it's probably the toughest bit getting here, but it was extraordinarily tough to us because it wasn't exactly a powerful run. Good part is, the items that we wanted but didn't get, we're gonna get them now. So, really, the rerun is just gonna be awesome, trust me. I mean, look at that. Right, moon card. I'll pick it up, put a bomb down. Okay. There should be. See, there's a temptation within me to go and to speedrun this. What do you mean, like awesome games done quick speed, right? No. I mean, just not go to every item room, not clear every room, not look for consumables, just go through the entire fucking thing, you know? Because you have the wafer. don't really care about damage, don't really care about anything, and sort of hope that inertia will guide you to where you were previously, and pretty much if you put me in the same spot again, the exact same spot again, I will beat the boss, because, you know, first of all, I had a little bit of practice, and, you know, it's just inertia, you know, inertia. However, there is also this lingering feeling of insecurity, because you're not doing this for fun. Well, you're doing it for fun, it is fun, but you're also doing it for the achievement. So maybe dial it back a little bit. Make sure you get those deals with the devil. Make sure you get a decent amount of HP. And, see where you go from there, you know? Deals with the angel. That's not deals with the angel, it's angel rooms. Why did I pick this up? It just makes me slip. Well, it does make me... Ooh, it makes me charge the whole. Actually, charge the shots loads faster, so never mind. I like it. I will go to the item room. You know, let's do our due diligence. We'll go to all the item rooms and we'll do everything. Exclusively red hearts, though. I don't like this. Ah, here we go. So now we make the run more interesting. Behold, that there are two of them, I swear, you just can't see them. Now, there you go. These are my two sons now. And you never speak to me or my sons ever again. What do my sons do? That. They protect their father, of course. There you go. That was fun. I don't usually get to do that very often. Sons will help, by the way, quite a lot, especially when it comes to bosses. Like they will eat all my enemies for me. It's quite awesome. Yes, it is. Yes, indeed, it is. Something just collapsed back there. And it, between me and you, genuinely sounds a little bit scary. Because it sounded kind of like an earthquake. But just like a localized earthquake. Not sure if you can hear that, but something just tumbled all over the place. Assuming you can. What is this? Ah, flame tears, yes. Does it work with brimstone? Yes. The answer is yes, okay. How does this work again? I forget. It doesn't. Okay. I think there was a mod which made it so... Stupid. I think there was a mod which made it so these worms actually work with brimstone, and, see? Told you so. And they actually did, like, really cool stuff and made it, like, a loop around and stuff like that. But... doesn't seem to be the case now. So we've been to the item room, we'll just go downstairs. And I just realised I forgot to pick up the device thing that lets me look at chat while doing this, because I haven't hooked up the second monitor. And it's left over there. Tell you what, I'll go and get it in a second. And I'll catch up with chat after that. At any rate, game's kind enough to keep... Game's kind enough to keep track of the runs. So you'll notice a, like, victory... sort of, not victory, but, like, race flag. Just above my stats. And it shows that this is, like, the first victory lap. So you need 3, and you need to start the 4th one. It's kind of weird. Like, surely completing 3 would be enough, but no, apparently you need to start the 4th one. But just remember that, because knowing my luck, I'll forget, and I'll end the game at the 3rd run, and it'll be horrible. Nope. Nope, these are all trash, by the way. Like, all of this is absolute garbage. This has a chance to occasionally not be terrible, so... most of the time it'll be utterly useless, but occasionally... Yes, eat it, my sons! Yes! Lovely. No! Gave me the exact wrong tier effect, or brimstone effect at the for a run like this. Or for a room like this, sorry. There we go. There we go. It's also very nice that it tracks the time you need to complete this run. So it doesn't track them all together. It tracks each run individually, or each rerun individually, which is a lot more useful information than tracking all of them together. Because right now I'm like 7 times into the run, and I'm way ahead of the schedule. Schedule, by the way, is 20 minutes to reach Mum. That's about it. Well, then there was a schedule. Well, no, I mean that's sort of the timer, right? If you don't reach Mum in 20 minutes, you're behind schedule a little bit. We did pick up something a little bit zany. Oh no, never mind. It doesn't affect the brimstone in the way I thought it did. So never mind. We can get actual brimstone. That'd be like, helpful, but I'm not holding out hope for that. Oh, and by the way, in this run, there is an actual potentiality to not get hit that much. Like, a couple of times here and there is okay, but... Like there, see? He exploded. I have tiny range. Please, my range, it's so tiny. And now, I'm going to donate a lot of money to future Juggernauts who might not be as fortunate as I am. And, go grab my phone. I don't hear the cha-ching, cha-ching noise anymore, is it? Oh, really? Why will you not let me donate more to future Juggernauts? They will be they would appreciate it a lot, I think. I don't know, future Juggernauts are a little bit of an arsehole though, so sod them, right? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. There we go. Well, last comment seems a little bit inappropriate now, but shit, lie down if that's what you need. I won't hold you to you deserve it, my man. No. It's not like that. I think I may have phrased that a little bit differently. It's not the fact that I'm like feeling sick or anything. Like I took a break for like, I don't know, like what was it, 4 or 5 minutes. It helped. I just feel like there's this you know when you get stressed out and you get this sort of tight and like feeling of like a little bit of pressure in your neck. As it's just that, like I'm not sick or anything now, so I'm perfectly healthy for now. I did, and I hesitate to mention this. I hesitate to mention this to anyone, but I did have this and yeah, probably best to not mention it due to the fact that a lot of ailments and illnesses that you have, like a large percentage of that comes from you realizing that you're sick, and you knowing and thinking about it makes it a lot worse. So I don't want to invoke the devil or anything like that, but I will talk about it a little bit. So I had this, like, for a couple of months ago, I had this weird feeling that every couple of minutes, maybe, if I'm standing up, if I'm doing anything, like literally if I'm doing anything, I'll feel, it's the feeling of like, the same feeling you get when you get like electrocuted, you know? Exactly that feeling, you know? Feeling of getting electrocuted in like my neck and like the arm and that sort of area, right side of the body, as it were. And I went to the doctor for this. Again, public healthcare story came from this, which is sort of why I'm mentioning it more than anything else. And it's like, long story short, they had no idea what's wrong with me. They prescribed me vitamins of all things, because they finally can't find any proper pills to give me. It's like, here, like, take it easy for the next few days, and we have no idea how to treat you. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not scary at all. And it's, I swear to God, it's both physically and psychologically the worst feeling I've ever felt, because, yeah, getting electrocuted, or rather, having pretty much the same feeling as getting electrocuted every 3 or 4 minutes is just psychological torture. When lying down, though, it was okay. I didn't feel a thing most of the time. It was very, very rare. And to this day, I have no idea why that happened for like a week or so. Probably even more, a couple of days more than that. And I have no clue as to why it went away. So I for the last few months, been living in terror of such a thing returning. And like every time like a little mosquito or something lands on my shoulder, I start panicking. And like a couple of nights ago, I think I felt some sort of strain in that area, but again, it's like 99% of that is just paranoia. But look, I'm not the world's most religious person. I'm not an atheist either, but like I don't really practice or do any of that. I don't really care. So my sort of approach to the entire situation is I don't know and I don't care. But I genuinely, I swear to God, I just woke up. I didn't really wake up, but this feeling sort of woke me up as I was going to bed. And I genuinely just sat at the bed and I prayed. And not to anyone specifically, but just prayed for the for this entire situation to be resolved. As like, either let me be deceased and perish away, or let me be healthy, because I do not have the psychological capability of spending the next 2 weeks going from one doctor to another and trying to figure out what's wrong with me. Because it's the fact that, you know, you get sick with quite literally anything, and if you know what it is, I can work with that. Even if it's the world's most uncurable disease, I know how to work with it if I know what it is, right? I know how to put myself, sort of, how to conduct myself, if you will. But this, like, I do not have the physical or psychological capabilities of going through that for, like, another 2 to 3 weeks. It's like, just, no, I cannot. I literally cannot. And this is the worst feeling in the world, to just be forced to lie in bed for, like, 3 weeks and do quite literally, like, not move your body even though you really, really want to. And when you actually do have to move a little bit, it's to get your brain examined and your blood examined and every single atom in your body examined by every single test devised by mankind. And at the end of it all, for them to tell you, well, we've got, like, no fucking idea what's wrong with you. It's mostly psychological. I behold to that, but I understand that, but it doesn't make it any easier or any different. So we'll pick up both here, I think. I'll take Wilburn, why not? Do we do boss rush? Nah. There was something good in boss rush, maybe, but there isn't. So, like I said, I don't like talking about it mostly for my own personal health, because I don't want to go through that again, and I don't know if it's psychological, or if it's like a neural problem, or if it's whatever it is, I have no idea, but yeah. Not nice. Anyway, so like I said, I'm like, that's pretty much the only thing I'm worried about. Everything else, I'm completely fine. Puts stuff into perspective a little bit. Like, you know, we like to complain, especially me. I like to complain about everything. Puts you in perspective, you know. Like, all of a sudden, everything else seems rather okay. Like, having a flu seems like a vacation. But yeah, it is like, I think for most sicknesses like that, it's like 99% psychological, I think. Now, the fact that there is something, you know, medicinally wrong with you is true, but I think a lot of it is psychological. I remember, like, I couldn't eat for, like, I don't know, 4 days, probably. Like, I had no appetite whatsoever. I was just focused on this one thing, one particular aspect of the day. And I was like, that was like, seriously bad. And I've looked it up online, out of all things. Like, you know, it's bad when you need to become your own doctor, because they can't help you. And I've looked it up, and consensus seems to be that mostly it's a pinched nerve, which is like no sickness at all. It's like an injury that it just heals over time. And I hope that's the case. I genuinely do. I remembered I had the exact same feeling like a year ago, or probably like 6-7 months ago. It happened just once, and I didn't. Just one evening, I had this exact same feeling, and I talked about it with one of my friends the morning after, because he's into like exercising and healthy lifestyle, and he's into medicine and all that. He knew all about it, right? And he's like, yeah, it's probably like a nerve, or it's like, were you sitting in like an uncomfortable position? I'm like, yep. Yeah, it's like probably that. Like, alright. Maybe. A couple of months ago, it wasn't that. It was like constant. Like, I had to get out of uni. I had to take a friend to take me out of uni, quite literally, because I would go home, but I'm not confident that I can make it there on my own, because I have no idea what's happening with me, because this is like weird. So I've not experienced something like this in my life ever before. So like, could you come with me? And that is scary. You know those good items I mentioned, though, that we're going to get in this run is going to make it all easier and whatnot? Yeah, where are they, though? Is my question. Because I can't seem to find them. Ah, yeah. Ah, yes, a new challenger approaches. Indeed, I do ready to smite thee. Well, you approach towards the ladder end of the stream, but yeah. No need to smite me. I've done a good job of doing that to myself up until now. Because in case you can tell by the title, the objective here is to do reruns. So you need to beat the game 3 times in a row with the same item set that you had from the previous run. So it's like New Game Plus, you know? And you beat the game, New Game Plus, 3 times in a row and start the 4th run. Your idiot here did that once, but went the wrong route. So you need to go into hell to defeat Satan. I went, you know, the opposite route, and was like, wait, where's my rerun? And realized that that's not how you're supposed to do this. So, yeah, we're doing this, like, all over again now for no apparent reason other than my own idiocy. At any rate, it's easy now, though. We finished, like, one run that was... We finished on, like, 1 heart. That was dramatic. But, this is easy. This was mostly about banter. Like, the game's not difficult. He says he died, like, 4 or 5 times in the video, right? Yeah, I know. But, still. Game's, like, not that difficult. We mostly, talk about random stuff. Fun. It is. I really like the game, and I talked about this already, but I'll repeat it again. It's like a conduit, you know? It's the perfect game to play while if you want to talk to someone or about something or whatever. Because it just really, it almost like doesn't matter. By the way, for the first time in probably like a month, I've placed that bomb so that it actually hurts the Fallen. It's like the Demon Angel thing. Yeah, don't ask. Where was I going with this? Yeah, it's like a conduit, you know. It's like the perfect conduit for whatever the hell you want to talk about, and it just allows for stuff like that very, very well, and it's fun, very fun. Love the game. But like, an uncomfortable amount of. If I remember right, this is the dwarf lover that has entered the fray. Look, everyone, and it's not just the two of you. I've got others saying this as well. Everyone wanted me to play the dwarves. Where did this come from? Where does this love for the dwarves all of a sudden appear from? What is why? Where were you up until now? It's like, I don't know which faction to play, and I'm going back and forth on stuff, and I'm like, yeah, alright, I'll do High Elves. I've never played them before. I did play the Dwarves before, and I'm like, alright. All of a sudden, I put the first video up, and people were like, play the Dwarves! Fine. Look, we'll compromise. I'll make an alliance with the Dwarves. And I'll use them to take on the Empire, probably, because the Empire tends to do relatively well until Chaos invades. And then they either beat Chaos or Chaos ruins the Empire, which, you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, in my previous game, though, the dwarves were extinct, unfortunately. I played as the vampires. Of course you play as the vampires. You're the one that killed... No, actually, I'd never fought them. The orcs killed them all. So half the map was green at that point, and I... They sent like 4 or 5 wargs along with 4 or 5 of their own armies down one corridor, and I threw everything at them to stop them. And at that point I realized they had late game armies, and I actually never finished that campaign, but I got as close to losing it as you could physically get without actually losing it. Which... It was on like normal difficulty too, and fair enough, in the latest few Total War games the difficulty doesn't really make that much of a difference. You can play on easy, you can play on hard. It's not that big of a difference, but still, you know, it does exist. It's mostly with public order, and public order's annoying to deal with nowadays. So, kind of why I don't go above normal. As far as the units on the campaign map are concerned, it's more or less the same thing all over again. We can pick up Ludovico. If we can pick up Ludovico technique now. Poisoned is meh. If we can pick up Ludovico technique now, that would be really cool. We had that on the previous run. Yeah, take this. It's good to pick up items in general, as many as you can, because you will lose items as you go through the game. As you go through the reruns, you go through the original. You just go through the game once. You don't ever. But if you do reruns, every floor, I think, you will lose an item. It's good to pick up, like, even the most useless items like this. Heresy will be burned in the name of the ancestors. But what exactly? I tried to help them. I genuinely did. They had a problem with me being undead. Sorry, mortally challenged. This is so intolerant and not progressive of them. We don't want to negotiate with dead people. Okay. I wanted to help you against the big green monsters coming from the south. And you... No, okay. Fine. That's not good. That's terrible. That's terrible too. Give me something that's not terrible, please. That's terrible too. This is good. Hostat is good. It's... You can't take explosive damage anymore. Explosives don't damage you. And you'll notice that like 99% of the damage that I took during this run was from various types of explosions. Yeah, I'll take this because it makes the whole screen a little bit lighter and it provides a slightly better viewing experience. Yes, that is literally the only reason. Ups the contrast, or ups the gamma a little bit. And that's about it. And through. Poor Monstro. Now that we're on the topic, we need the Dwarven Blacksmith from the Warband campaign back. The Dwarven Blacksmith from the Warband campaign. Dwarven Blacksmith from the Warband campaign. I can't remember the blacksmith. Was it? It was like a unit, wasn't it? It wasn't an NPC. It was like a unit. I'm not sure they were... I remember Quarrelers. I remember the Miners. I don't remember how the Blacksmiths looked. I remember the Slayers with the giant axes. I remember most of the Dwarven units I fought, but I don't remember them. I know the ones that had the Quarrelers, yeah. Had crossbows. Crossbows were great. I know the ones that had blunderbusses. They were bloody devastating, but they were kind of shite at using them. And sort of aimed for isolated units rather than the center of mass of the army, as it were, but still. A bloody pain in the neck. Can't remember the blacksmiths, I'm afraid. I don't remember what they looked like, what their deal was. Oh well. I have no memory of this man. I have no memory of this place. I don't, though. I'm pretty sure it was a unit in the army. That was like Dwarven Blacksmiths. Maybe? Potentially? Yes? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. Don't remember what they had of the equipment though and what made them tick. It's a real shame that mod didn't get updated, by the way. I would play that. It's good, it's a damn good mod, and they said actually did it. So now I want to go and check. I don't think I've ever seen blue fires in a room like this. Very rare. Well, I've probably seen it, but just don't remember it. At any rate, what does this do? Reroll forever. Oh, I remember. This is like every time you use it, it's a different reroll. You guys are a bunch of heretics and infidels. And yes, it was one of your units that you had captured. And the guy didn't run after entering your army. Gosh damn infidels. Well, I remembered. I mean, come on. Surely I get infidel points less. A couple infidel points less, right? You guys are a bunch of infidels. By God, I will take these clippers and I will... As I've seen that picture, it's like a bunch of guys in... this is going to be racially sensitive, but I don't care, as you can probably tell by virtue of the fact that my entire channel is more or less about this. There's a couple of guys in turbans going... By God, I will take these clippers and I will castrate you. And this is funny, but it's funny when you realize that these are the largest clippers you have seen in your life. I mean, they are bigger than the guy wielding them. They're like, they came out straight out of like an anime somewhere. Absolutely hilarious. I will take these clippers and I will castrate you. You're an infidel. It was on Reddit. Okay, so I'm now gonna give you an option. Thou shalt remember thy teachings of the Dwarven Blacksmith. Anyways, I am now giving you an option, okay? Do you want to fuck with me? And not in that sense. Do you want to fuck with my run? That still doesn't make a lot of sense. Let me explain. So, the spacebar item I have right now will toss away all the items I have with me right now, which most of them are fairly good. Actually, a few of them are quite good. Most of them are sort of okay. and will replace them with random items. Given my current situation, this will most likely be disastrous and ruin the entire achievement run. It could be good too, it could give me Ludovico technique and I could win like that. But it will most likely be disastrous. Do you want to mess up my run? And this power lies within you. Also, let's not mention the fact that I've picked up a stupid amount of items and that I'll probably end up breakfasting myself and I won't be able to... There won't be any more items to pick up after a certain point, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We'll deal with this. That's okay. And that's not bad. The items that we get will determine how good / bad the entire situation is. So, it rests solely within you. Do you want to mess this run up? I've picked up a good item. I've picked up another good item. I've picked up a not bad item. Okay. Indeed, I agree. It is rather good. Look, fine. I still haven't answered the question. No, there is like a 10-second delay there, I should. But, like I said, the power is within you. Decide. +1 for reroll. Why do you hate me so much? Fuck you, let's go. Well... See, the real problem is I don't know what my HP is like. I now know it's 1 less than it was in the previous room. Well, let's get this out of the way. It's not much worse. It's like, is it better? Is the question. I don't think it's AP? I don't know. I'll need to see the HP. I'll need to see some of the passives. Because the biggest... I'm going to have to go soon, senor. Here in Oman, it's 11. Ah, right. Fine. It's quite alright. Really? You... So, this... Are you just memeing, or are you really from Oman? Because I was like 99% confident you were from Europe. Specifically Northern Europe somewhere. It's like, I was reasonably willing to bet money on that. Also, wait, it's 11 in Oman? That's... Doesn't it go backwards? Compared from right up? No, it doesn't. It goes the it goes the other way. Okay. I don't know. That's... Hey, you look, you learn something new every day. Alright, I suppose. Could have sworn though. Could have sworn. How much? Or how much what? Time difference? It's 12. It's 9 over here. Well, it's like 8:20 or 8:40, but yeah, almost 9 o'clock. I'm still trying to sort of piece it together whether this run is better or worse than the previous one I had. I think Mom's Knife is saving it. But if we didn't have, or when we lose Mom's Knife, I don't know how good or bad it's going to be. Because it could be potentially a little bit disastrous. Well, it could not be all that terrible, who knows. I'll give you this, though. You will need to physically... Racist questioning his heritage. No, you're a racist and an infidel. Oh, my own chat is turning against me. Sod this. Sod this. My own chat is turning against me, and there I am. Even believing that there is going to be an answer to my question of do you want to mess with my run that's going to be something other than yes. Like, come on. Well, know your audience, right? Oh, well. Tell you what, though, you will literally need to pay me to reroll this run. Like, I'm not rerolling this. This is Mom's Knife. Mom's Knife is good. This is several hours of progress. I'm not rerolling this on a whim. Not gonna happen. I'm not. I'm not rerolling it. It's not gonna... Juggernaut, why are you thinking about rerolling it? No! Stop it. No. Not gonna reroll it. Not gonna happen. Ow. Bookworm? Hey, look at that. I'll keep the D Infinity. Just... I have no idea why, but I'll keep it as an option. I'll tell you why, because I'm an idiot. And I'll have that option available. Because I don't know better. How much money are we talking? Well, I don't know. So, you want a genuine answer? Like, not that much. A couple of bucks here and there. Yeah. Because here's my... I think I have a very, very sound head on my shoulders when it comes to this. Because it's a little bit of my enjoyment. That's actually not a little bit of my enjoyment. It's like a little bit of struggle for me in a virtual video game in exchange for currency. Real-life currency. Which I can use to various ends. You know? So I think any sort of type of struggle that I can that I get out of this video game just pales in comparison to almost any type of financial gain I can gain out of it. Because I really don't think it's that big of an issue. Essentially, I have like a Escape from Tarkov fund going on, so I keep putting money into it from all sorts of various sources. How much have you collected right now? That's for me to know and not tell. Also, it's literally against Bob's Brain. Jesus Christ! You know, I did no. You know, no. Bob's Brain, no. It is a good reroll target, though. You're gonna have to reroll the entire run. You never know. Just imagine, though. Just imagine we re-roll it, and it's supposed to be terrible, and it gives me Ludovico technique, and I am through the roof. Chances of that happening, quite literally 1 in 2,000. Probably even less. This run has stopwatch, too. Which means I can't get stopwatch in the future. It's so good! It's so good! It has stopwatch! Means anytime I come across like a stupidly difficult boss, or if I lose Mom's Knife, I have stopwatch. It slows down time, means I can beat pretty much anything with this amount of damage. We can finish the run again, but... Give you a $5 Snooky on Steam. You happy? Oh god, this is horrible. What have I done? What have I done? Why do I have anti-grav tears? Look at my... What's happening to my stats? Look at this. Oh, God. Okay. At least I can still fly. Workable. We can work with this. Maybe. Maybe we can work with this. See, this run has one saving grace, and that's Rate of Fire. Because Rate of Fire is 7. 7 for Brimstone is unheard of. Where it came from, I don't know. But this is workable. The real problem is the runs after, because I re-rolled like 40 items or so twice. This game has an infinite combination and a stupid amount of items, but even it has limits. And also, I love how essentially it's the Matrix. Like to the left of your screen every time I enter a room. Oh god, the madness, what a mad lad. Well, look, it's... You gotta appreciate this, right? Like, no one in their mind does this. No one in their right mind does this. Not really. Now, even NL draws the line at, like, okay, like, 1 or 2 re-rolls, that's it. The real issue here is, how do we continue from here on? Sure, damage is good, but it's not going to be good forever. Actually, never mind, damage is not even that good. Okay, let's go here. I'll take all of them, because knowing my luck, I'll have to re-roll again. But I just thought of something... horrible. What if it re-rolled... It can't do that, can it? I was going to say, what if it re-rolled the Polaroid? I.e. the thing that lets you get down into the dark room and kill the lamb and do reruns. It can't do that, right? No, it can't do that. The bigger rooms are hell because I can't hit the enemy. I'm relying on other stuff killing it. So why on earth did I pick all those deal with the devils up when I could have easily just ignored them and have a relatively safe run? That's a good question too. Surely it can't do that, right? It wouldn't do me dirty like that. That'd be bullshit. This game's not known for its bullshit. Clearly I've attested to you for the duration of the entire fucking run. Okay, let's donate a little money to the beggar. Well, there's no point dreading it, right? We're about to find out. provided we survive to the boss, which is a given at this stage, but, you know, just don't want to be too cocky when actually... I have money equals power, don't I? Yes, I do. That's good. That's good. Money equals power is good. Which also means that the run is exclusively reliant on that item and on my money. Well, not exclusively. Like, Brimstone's pretty good on its own, but I have no damage upgrades. See, I'm slowly realizing the problem here is that if I lose money equals power, I lose, like, 4 out of the 7 damage I have. Rate of fire. This soy milk? Because the alternative to that is I have damage upgrades, but I also have soy milk, which reduces your damage to quite literally 0. Well, like 0 point something. But it puts your rate of fire up to the literal engine maximum, which is 0. Well, rate of fire 0 is actually... Yes, it's actually the quickest you can fire. It's like a constant beam of tears. It could be that too. Obviously, I can only see the last 8, 9, 10 items I've acquired, so I don't know. It's all guesswork, but... Because if it is soy milk, that's not that bad. It's not that bad. As far as the soy milk run is concerned, this is pretty good. And, again, knowing me, I'll probably devise a way to re-roll the run again. So, you never know. So I would also like to mention that I do not aim at this point. At this point, we do not aim, okay? We do not aim. We have no idea what that is. We do not aim. We simply put these red circles in random formations across the room and hope that they kill something. We do not aim, okay? Thank fuck we found the boss fight. Pretty sure I have Holy Mantle too, because I think I got hit there and it just... Okay, well this guy's screwed. I mean, that was sort of okay. Actually, for this particular fight, this is kind of good, because they're more or less stationary. Yeah, okay, I'll take it back. I'll take it back. For this particular fight, it's okay. And... Whew, it didn't reroll the key. So, there we go. A deal is a deal, if you catch my drift. Yeah. Absolutely. Yep, that just came through. So thank you very much for the donation. Highly appreciated, of course, as always. But... You see, I can't be completely genuine with that right now, because as much as I appreciate it, I'm struggling here. So it feels... Oh god, I just... No, never mind, okay. So I will appreciate it genuinely and fully after I finish the stream, well, after I get the achievement. Because then I'll be like, yo, that is, like, so awesome, thank you so much, and whatever. Until that, fuck you. I'm kidding, but to an extent, I'm not. Okay, now, here's the problem. I told you that the game keeps track of the reroll, of the reruns. I'm not sure how it does that, though. Monstrous lung? Ah! See, because of Monstro's Lung, I think we now actually have a slightly better run. I think these beams now do slightly better. And the rate of fire is still at 7, so this is probably soy milk. Besides the point, where this bit was going somewhere. Some of these beams aren't mine! It's such a good enemy to fight. Because after I kill it, it has literally the same attack I do. So I have no idea what's going on. Oh, it's so good. Where was I going with this? Right. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is rerun 2. Okay. Next is rerun 3. I need to beat rerun 3, right? So I need to do this all over again one more time. Correct? I think that's correct. I'm like 60 to 70% sure that's correct. Also, we found balls of steel. That helps. I'll keep the infinity. Because, you know what? I am willing to reroll again. To make sure you get your money's worth, yeah? I am willing to reroll again. After I beat the boss, though. Maybe. Maybe. I can't tell you for certain. Due to some fairly obvious things. Everyone's nodding at the same time. Yeah, streamers, Jesus Christ. Ah, God, that is. And there I am, accused of indecency. There are a few items that we still didn't get that are really, really good, and we could get through rerolls. I think I have them unlocked. I think. I'm not 100% again confident, but I'm pretty sure I have them unlocked. I know I don't have fetus in a jar. I do have fetus in a jar. I don't have Dr. Fetus in a jar. If that's even what it's called. Yes, it's a little bit disgusting, I know. It's literally what the item is called. Might not be, but that's basically what the item is. Well, rather self-explanatory, really. And what that does is it changes your attacks to nuclear warheads. Oh, no, it doesn't. It changes them to cruise missiles. So you literally start firing cruise missiles. Because, why not? Okay, easiest boss fight of my life. Not, actually, not nowhere near, actually, but... Butter has appeared in the basement. Okay. Why am I the lost? First of all, I need to thank you. Because it's because of you I kept this bullshit of, this bullshit item that made me reroll everything. First of all. Second of all, turns out the final challenge is beating the game as the Lost. Because it just changed my character. Now, you might not be aware, but the Lost can't get hit. As in, what, he doesn't take damage? No. He doesn't have health. As in, if you get hit with the Lost, you're permanently dead. Now, it is because of my generosity and my re-rolling bullshit that I managed to re-roll into 9 lives. So what does that do? Well, that gives me 9 lives, so I can die 9 times. Thus, making this actually winnable. See, all we have to do is never get hit. And this time, unironically, never get hit. Oh, and never, ever, ever actually, in no circumstance, reroll. Because that will be the end of me. Jesus, what even is that attack? This one is essentially Mom's Knife, the regular one, but combined with Brimstone, so you actually spew a bunch of knives after your attack is done. It kind of does that. Yeah. It's a little bit powerful, in case you haven't noticed. But I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know it changes to the Lost. I thought it didn't. But it does. Okay, well, do you know what? We now are relying on one thing alone. Considering we have two, like, key items and a load of damage, losing items is not an issue. We could lose Mom's Knife, we come back with Brimstone, all's fine, right? We could lose Brimstone, we come back with relatively powerful Tears, all's fine. We lose 9 lives, we have a problem. Okay? So just make sure we don't lose 9 lives. How do we make sure that happens? We don't. It's literally up to RNG. But picking up items along the way makes it less likely to lose 9 lives. Jono, have you ever beaten the game as the Lost? See, that's a very good question. Yes. Yes, I have. Guppy? No. We need one more item to get the Guppy transformation. So, as it turns out, this is actually very exciting. And I have newfound energy within me. Are these homing knives? No, they're occasionally homing. Okay. God, homing shot would just win the run. Like, homing shot at homing shot with this, and I'm not scared. Shouldn't you be just doing bosses? Yes, I should, but that takes the fun out of the game. I want to have some fun while doing this too. Oh, damn it. Okay. Plus I want Guppy, because Guppy would be... Actually, I think I have Guppy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have Guppy, it just didn't tell me I have Guppy. Okay. We've got Guppy. Oh no. It's okay, you have 9 lives. See? I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I can't leave. Unless I come back as Judas? Yeah, there's an idea. Come back as Judas. Why did you have Judas? It was 11 lives, it wasn't... Yes! We came back as Judas. Okay. Yes, I did mess up. I forgot that I didn't have Holy Mantle, and I forgot that I can't enter those rooms. We came back as Judas. Okay, just take it easy. Take it easy. We need a Spirit Heart. Here's a Spirit Heart. Okay, run is saved. Ladies and gentlemen, the run is saved. For now. See, the thing with Dark Judas is he has like 3 times the default amount of damage. But he comes back with 2 hearts. But he can take health. He's not the Lost. I was hoping this doesn't screw with the achievement. It really, really shouldn't. I don't think anything screws with this achievement. Sprinkler's not terrible with this combination of items, but... Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's do this. Look at... Yeah, this is a good attack. Okay, just take it easy. There's a lot of shit on screen. Just focus and take it easy. There's a black heart back there, isn't there? Yes, please. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is a thing. This is a winnable run now. I can't believe I nearly killed myself. In such a stupid way. That it is beyond comprehension. But here's the real issue. We no longer have 9 lives. Does it really matter, Juggernaut? Well, no. Because we can have HP now. We can actually have HP. This is a thing we can have. So, realistically, I think it's a good trade, but it's not one I made intentionally. And I won't pretend for a minute that that's it, because I had no idea what my last revive was. Because if it was like magic, if it was like 1-up or something like that, that spawns you with half a health, you still can't leave the room. It's like, this is one of the only revives that, or maybe even the only revive that gets you out of that room. Okay, let me. Okay, and this is a lightning quick run too, which is nice. So we can slow it down a little bit. But this is good. This is good. So we now have HP. This is no longer a disaster area, right? No, there is now potential for something relatively okay. Hey, Steven, look at that. Thank you. That's like +1 damage, but still. Ow. Damn, I'm paranoid. I'm playing as the Lost, even though I'm not the Lost. Relax. Okay, relax. You have HP. There's literally no reason to worry. There is nothing that can beat this run, short of a few really extraordinary events. I think we have Mom's key as well, but I don't need any of this. I genuinely don't. Just need health. Health deals with the devil. Yeah, that was very helpful, thank you. Who needs the map? We don't. What was this? Okay. I got a message from someone needing something from me. Which is pretty much the only kind of message I'll ever get. Wah wah wah. Not entirely true, but a bit of truth in every joke, eh? Hey, golden heart. Absolutely useless. Black hole is funny. We'll take black hole. What's this? Please purity? No. Alright. Oh, Dagaz, yes. Dagaz is the purity rune. I remember. See, I know my Isaac. We're now a rolling dervish of death and destruction, and significantly less glass cannony one at that. So, all things considered, I call this a 1 run and an achievement got. So, we can all just cruise into the sunset. But that was a lot of luck, though. I'm thinking about what else revives you with more than 1 heart. Because 1-up revives you with half a heart. It revives you with half a heart, but I think there was a spirit heart in the room as well, so maybe 1-up would have worked too. But, you know, whatever the case may be, it's still like a little bit amazing. Okay, I keep looking at the timer. I can't believe it's been only 9 minutes since because it felt like an eternity being stuck in that room. It genuinely felt like an eternity. But it's only like 9 PM, yeah, so it's like 9 PM, so it's... We finish this, I end the stream, and everyone's happy. Look at that. Come on, just get it done. Get it done. No more shenanigans, no more re-rolling. Simple, in, out, done. No, this is not losable at this point. Oh, we have to. I'm sorry, we have to. And then I'll take this. We have to. I'm sorry. We had to. There was no contest. We had to. It's a sacrificial altar. Basically, you kill some of your followers to exchange them for items from the deal with the devil. It's funny. There we go. We got the health back. Plus, it's the nail gives you health every time you use it. So we can go in this room now, thankfully. I should probably explain the reason behind going in that room as the Lost, because I'd argue finishing the run as the Lost would have been more fun. But the reason for going in there is because with the Lost I have unlocked, which is there are two types of Lost in the game. Okay, the starting Lost and the buffed one that you unlock. So I've unlocked the buffed one ages ago. So my Lost starts with something called the Holy Mantle, which means it negates one time you take damage per room. Which means, to all intents and purposes, you enter those rooms with spikes free of charge every time. Right? So long as you don't get hit inside the room. If you get hit inside the room, you die, but hey, you know, small price to pay. You can leave the room without pretty much taking any damage or dying. But this Lost didn't have Holy Mantle because I re-rolled at the start to get 9 lives. Or 11 lives in my case, with one extra being, I think, up his collar, because there's a question mark next to it. I think that's the only one that has a life with a question mark. What does that mean? Well, there's a 50% chance that I get revived. If I die now, but don't worry, that's not going to happen. There you go. We're practically done. There you go. That's... Oddly enough, out of all the newer achievements, this one's actually kind of the easier one. This is not that difficult, but you do have to beat the game as the Lost, so that's always difficult. And there's certainly... no. This one. It's almost instinct to pick up the white card. You racist! No! It's just that one leads you up to the cathedral and the black one leads you to... Well, look. You can call me racist for that. It's the game developer's fault, not mine. And you know what? I'm so crazy I'm going to do boss rush, because apparently we haven't done that. We did 3 runs, we didn't do this room, so you know what? Let's do it. We can't do Hush, because that ends the... Well, we can, but no, we won't do Hush, because it's a bullshit boss. He has scaling health based on your damage, so, like, the fact that I'm doing tremendously well right now won't mean much against the Hush. So, yeah, Hush is a bit of a bullshit boss. Not that fun. I don't know why, but I'm stealing this bit off of Northern Lion. A little bit, not in its entirety. But I have this every time I'm doing runs on stream for this or on video for this. I feel like I should be doing the special rooms and the special bosses like boss rush and stuff like that. As if there is someone in this world whose favorite room is the Hush. I'm telling you, that's 2 races strike for 1 stream. 1 more strike. And you're on the bench, you know, surely you get 2 strikes and then the 3rd one benches you. I don't know why. This person doesn't exist, by the way. There's this person that apparently his favorite room in the entirety of the game is the bullshit boss fight that is the Hush. And by the way, it's not bullshit because I'm salty. Like, Hush has killed me, I think, literally never. Because every time I choose to go and fight him, I'm relatively powerful. So, like, don't go and fight him when I'm not. But it's bullshit because his health and his damage resistance scales to your damage, so... and it also scales to your rate of fire, so it's pretty much the same length. The fire is more or less the same length every time, but the scaling does have a limit. It doesn't scale to infinity, but it mostly scales to whatever you can conjure. So it's not a particularly fun boss fight. It's always the same fight, right? It always lasts the exact same amount of time, and it's at any rate, not good enough. I have no idea why I've conjured this person in my head, like little Timmy, whose favourite room is the Hush, and I go like, you know, maybe I should go and fight the Hush now, and Timmy gets all excited and starts jumping in his chair, and I'm like, you know, actually I'm not going to do it. And then little Timmy starts crying and goes, but Juggernaut, you promised. And I'm like, sorry Timmy, we're not going to do the Hush fight. Maybe next time. But that's what you said last time. Well... Such is life, kids. C'est la vie, c'est la vie. This Timmy doesn't exist, by the way. This person, I cannot emphasize this enough. Timmy does not exist. Shut up, Timmy's real and you know it. Look. From one content creator to his audience, Timmy doesn't exist. Accept this. So, at any rate, here's the sort of paradox behind this, I don't mean the developer company, I mean the paradox in, you know, other terms. Here's the sort of paradox behind this entire challenge run. Because this challenge run is supposed to unlock the rerun ability from the main menu. Which means you don't need to go through all this bullshit ever again, and you can rerun, you can do reruns of the previous run however many times you like, and it just unlocks it as an option, right? That's your reward for going through this suffering. This is gonna make me sick of reruns that I'm probably never gonna do them ever again in my life. So, really, the reward is kind of wasted on me, I think. But hey. What do I know? You may have noticed I've stopped commentating on which boss we're fighting. It's because it doesn't matter. Like, they're all the same boss to me. Even Mom's Heart. Like, look at that. This one is not losable anymore at this point. We don't need anything out of there. Just remember to go down. Okay. We all know Timmy lives in our hearts. Well, yes. Okay, I'll give you that. Timmy may live in your hearts, potentially. But Timmy doesn't exist. Like, not really. Timmy lives in my heart. You know, because I constantly think about him. Do not dare take that out of context, especially considering what we just talked about a couple of hours ago. I think about how to make sure he's happy and you know, pleased with the videos that I produce. But Timmy doesn't exist. I'm gonna write that name down. And Timmy is going to be a reoccurring character on this channel now. I just love the name for some reason. Like, Timmy's gonna be put in Warhammer 2. No Let's Play. Timmy's gonna be put in the future Stellaris Let's Plays. Gonna be Admiral Timmy. Gonna be awesome, trust me. Where, if I was the boss fight room, where would I be? Hey, look at that right there. Oh, lovely. We don't have to backtrack. How long will it take? Let's see. Somebody start the timer, eh? He did manage to do a little bit of damage to me, so yeah. I think about Timmy, especially when I'm in... I'm not going to read that. I'm going to stay there. That's not what I said. Don't you dare... That is what you said. Don't you dare attribute your sickness to me. That sounds like a personal problem. It sounds like you should have that taken care of by institutions of law and order. There we go. It should speak volumes about this boss. Victory lap. Yes, one more, right? There we go. We've unlocked Rerun. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Oh, God, there we go. That took a while, but, holy shit, what are our attacks like? Oh, we got triple brimstone. Okay, there we go. We're playing as the Lost again. We lost all our, well, we're not Judas anymore, but look at that. There we go. Achievement get. No, that's pretty much it now. We've unlocked it. There's no point in playing any further, but I'm going to play as background footage just so I can do the outro. It's going to be the end of the stream because I've pretty much achieved everything I wanted to achieve. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Why is interdimensional baby being particularly interdimensional? It's being more interdimensional than usual. Money well spent, I say, pretty neat. Yep. There you go. We've unlocked Rerun. 3 runs in a row, started the fourth one. And, well, it's not an easy achievement. It's not one of the more difficult ones. There's definitely more difficult ones I haven't done yet. Will you do them on stream? Probably. I don't know. I like streaming this. I think I found out. But I'll need to test out. I'll need to do like a stream where I do nothing but test out the stream, if that makes any sense. And like see how it looks, and then muck around with the bit rate a little bit, and see if I can get it even higher than this. Because this is, on paper, this is twice the quality of the last stream. Would you say that this is so in actual fact? It's not the most graphically intensive game, but it doesn't make much of a difference on my end, resource-wise. So I'll probably stream more with OBS rather than anything else until they fix this thing. But I don't know. We'll see. At any rate, yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much for everyone that came to watch the stream. For everyone that's gonna check it out as a VOD. And special thanks to Dwarfy for his generous donation and for ruining my run, and then ultimately probably saving it. But we have no way of actually proving that, so I'm just gonna leave it at ruining it. At any rate, like I said, thank you very much for watching, and that'll be pretty much it for this stream. There won't be a stream tomorrow, but there will very likely be one the day after. I may come back to Doom. It also depends on how I get Streamlabs OBS to function, and whether it's gonna continue to crash whenever I try and change something. But even that's not the biggest issue. I just want to get the what's it called? I just want to get the... I'll think of what I mean in a second. Window capture, yes. It's not only window capture, it's two things. It's game capture and window capture. Just want to get that done. Maybe twice the quality, but I can't really say because it's Isaac and I don't think it changes much for Isaac. Yep, true, but I'm pretty sure that it like in 1,000 with 1,000 bitrate, it would have been noticeable either way. Because hey, we got another interdimensional baby. Because I'm pretty sure you would have noticed it because there would have been like slightly more pixely enemies, if that makes any sense. I checked out the stream a little bit. It seems twice better, but I don't know. Maybe I can crank it up even more. We'll see though. At any rate, this is there we go. Okay, we're dead. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. That was awesome.